game state doesn't matter in gold. The game state doesn't matter in diamond. Trust me, it doesn't. Everything is broken in that rank.
I've seen DPS players who would rather lose a game than fill support. So it's like...
That's me.
Dude, Donnie's saying this, and then Potato is saying the support all charge buff was okay. I feel like this is like lions letting the gazelles live to, you know, like to help the circle of life. Like,
so don't wake up.
Wow.
You trying to play Wanda?
Wow, bro.
Stay asleep. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, with a 64.02% win rate. 64.
That is
Penny
disgusting.
Parker. Penny
Broken
Parker.
character. Yeah, that's why we should put. Hey! I have the answer. That's why we should put roll Q in the game.
Oh, wait. That's what I was going to say. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new Clear Comps episode. And today, we're doing a special Season 9 episode with 6 guests for the first time ever.
got a full team, Mills.
Yeah, we do. We have an entire Marvel Rivals roster.
Not supporting.
Here.
Not supporting.
And we've read the comments. We've seen the complaints. Y'all have been begging for support players to come on the pod. So we invited not one, not two, but 3 DPS players on the pod to represent all of your opinions. So I'm gonna go through and introduce each one of them. So for our first guest, I'm very excited to introduce a top 2 DPS player, constantly climbing to the highest ranks of play and consistently staying there as a dominant Psylocke and Flex DPS player. Potato, welcome to the pod. Thank you so much for coming by. Very excited to hear what you have to say. Yep. And for our second guest, another top tier DPS player, consistently ranking in the top 500, can play a ton of different DPS, and recently is aspiring to become a pro player. Coming soon, Donatello. Thank you so much for coming on the pod, man. Let's go. Thank you. And of course, we got to talk about the guy who can play every single character and is somehow rank 1 at all of them, the young prodigy himself, Mikey. Welcome back to the pod.
What's up?
Yo, thank you.
Hello.
There he is.
And last but certainly not least, Death in Gaming, content creator, educator, extraordinaire. Thank you for coming back on the pod for your 3rd time, I believe. Thank you so much for coming back.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Nice.
So we got one of the largest changes that I've seen to any competitive game, just kind of seemingly randomly in Season 9. And I'm sure that there's a ton to talk about. But one of the things I wanted to do right off the bat is there's this list of things that we've compiled as a community, general hot take sentiments, things that people believe. And I'm going to just kind of throw it out to y'all, and I'm just going to have y'all just give me your take. So this is the first take that kind of I've seen a lot. Besides Season 0, Season 9 is the best season of Marvel Rivals of all time. What do y'all think? I'm gonna kick it off with you, Potato. What do you think about that statement? Do you agree, disagree? What's your thoughts?
I don't know. I think Season 0 for me is still the best season because I know there's like, basically with this season they made like every hero feel new, but in Season 0 every hero was like genuinely new. And it was like everyone had to figure out the meta, everyone was figuring out who they wanted to play, what role they wanted to play. So I still think that Season 0 was the most fun. Maybe not the most competitive, but like I understand why people are freaking out and saying it's because we were in like a massive dry spell, so I can understand where the sentiment comes from. But nah, I don't think this is the best season ever. I still think Season 0 was better.
Would you say it's your second favorite, or do you still think?
Yeah, I got it like as a close second, 100%.
Gotcha.
Is that more just because of the amount of new changes or other reasons, like the game feels more fun? Is it more gameplay?
Yeah. Way more fun. The balancing is way better. And just new stuff to play around with, yeah. Just because, like, the sheer amount of new stuff. 100%.
It's crazy that you say the balancing is better considering they just added, like, a ton of new stuff. You think it's, like, better than last season, for instance, as a whole? Like 8 to 8.5? All the way to...
I do. I think they have, like, this balanced chaos going on, where it's, like, all of the playstyles are, like, equally as abusable. Well, I mean, you know, it's, like, everything is broken, and some things are more broken than others, but I don't think there's anything in the game that's, like, truly bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. Donnie, what do you think? How are you feeling about Season 9?
I had a lot of fun in Season 0, like if you want to compare both these seasons. Mostly because I was on, I've been playing Wolverine for about that time, and like nothing beats Season 0 Wolverine. I mean, no tanks to counter him, no invis, no nothing, I was having the time of my life. But Season 9 does feel pretty good. I mean, mostly like Tato said, is just like every character is now like playable, quote unquote. I mean, there's still like, I wouldn't say throw picks. Still like, you know, when I get a win on my team now, I'm still like scared. But
Okay,
the character is pretty good, honestly, and I've seen pro players like play it, and apparently it's really strong in scrims. But it still feels like scary when you see the character being hovered in ranked, you know, in your lobbies. But yeah, the season just feels nice because it's refreshing. A lot of characters are meta now that you wouldn't really see back then. Personally, it's like Iron Fist that like I've been struggling to deal with. Like even today, I played some scrims and we got rolled by this character. It's insane. The Fox team up, like he heals when he punches. It's ridiculous. And like some of these characters you just don't expect to be that strong.
I just looked at his win rates. He has like almost a 52% win rate, despite being picked quite a bit in Celestial Plus. I was actually surprised. It's actually higher than it's been in a long time.
Yes, he's really strong, and that's just like Iron Fist, you know.
So now we're two for two with you and Pete Tato both saying there's more things that are viable. How much of that do you think is actually everything's just so crazy, so everything works, or is it just we haven't figured out the meta yet, and eventually it will be back to the kind of the same stuff where it's like, okay, you're never going to pick Scarlet Witch, that's a throw pick, or is it really like everything can compete because you know whatever the skill ceiling's higher now? Like, do you think it's mostly that things are more viable, or is there more stuff to be figured out? I guess is the question.
Was that a question for me?
Yeah,
Both of y'all. Yeah, y'all can both respond. However you.
Okay, I'll go.
You can go first, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still like, I think we're still adapting, right? What are we today? Tuesday? It's been the season been out for like 4 days.
Yeah,
that is
technically like 2 without the hotfix. Yeah, two.
Yeah,
2 from
exactly.
The hotfix, right.
So we're still like experimenting. Even myself, for example, like I thought the Elsa team up was so good with Deadpool, with the 4 stacks and the low cooldowns, and I think I just switched to the Dino team up, which is the big traps. And this just like gives it a whole other playstyle. You counter dive so bad. You put the trap on your back line, and if they play around it, the stun is like twice as long. It's ridiculously OP. So I think people are still experimenting new team up, and like obviously, you know, when we saw the announcements made and everything, we saw the team up at first. We're like, oh, this is OP and this is not. This is trash and blah blah blah. But like you have to play it, and then certain comps would feel good. I'm guessing even with Scarlet Witch or Storm or the characters that we weren't used to see, which are not like playing them yet. But I think it'll come. Same thing with Blade. I think Blade is crazy this season, but people are still scared to play him, or nobody even played him because he was a bad pick in the past season. So
it's like
Cool.
kind of mixing up people's perspectives or perceptions of some of these characters.
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's an interesting point because you know you see one person just dominating, or if they stream or make a video, or even just like a clip, people are going to be like, "Oh, I want to do that." So I do kind of agree with that. Like, you kind of sometimes you need to see that person finding that success or being picked in pro, and then all of a sudden that's now the community perception. You know, kind of just starts, you know, escalating. But all right, we got next Mills.
What about you, Mikey? How do you feel about season 9 overall?
It's the most fun I've ever had, to be honest. Because, like, back then in Season 0, I was a Black Panther OTP. So, for me, it was just like, if there was the Gamma team up in the game, it was just GG's. So, now I think every pick is viable. Yeah, I just think it's, like, a blast. Like, that every single character you can pick is obviously going to be way better than ever. And it's just, like, so much variety. And, yeah, I just think it's, like, the best season ever.
Having a good time. Just
yeah.
Are you mainly playing Torch this patch, or are you flexing around to a lot of different things? Because I know you play other characters.
I'm mainly playing Torch, but with it getting banned a lot, you know, I'm just playing random DPS. Like I'll hop on like Blade, I'll hop on Elsa, Bucky. I'll just play random characters just because there's so much to learn, and yeah, it's just really fun.
What about you, Death? How you feeling? How you feeling overall about the season? I know you played quite a bit.
I would say that this is probably, I think it's better than Season 0, personally, because I think that, like, this Season 0, what makes games fun is that sort of, like, time it takes to figure things out. Like, when everything is new, like, what makes games fun is, like, sort of like the problem solving of trying to figure out, like, oh, what works and what doesn't. But also, as time goes on, iteration makes things a lot of times hopefully better. And so, you know, back then, I remember, like, Loki, Luna, and stuff, just, like, ults dumping, just being super strong. There was more death volley stuff. Whereas, like, for Season 9 here, the player base has improved since then. So now you got people taking angles. You have people, like, you know, kiting out of bad ultimates. the game just feels more fun to me personally. But I can also understand why Season 0 would also have been more fun for a lot of people as well, because when everything is new, it's exciting to try and figure out what is, what is the new unlocked potential from everything. But for me personally, I thought that 8.5 was actually getting closer and closer to like polished, but with all of the new tools that everyone has in Season 9, I think that it's a really exciting, fun way to shake up the game, which I wouldn't have expected to change like this until like another year or something maybe. So this is
insane.
This is surprising
for them to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of move on to some of these other takes. These are, like I said, a combination of hot takes, general sentiment.
Can I ask,
yeah,
Mike, weren't you traveling, so you didn't play the first day before the hotfix? You were moving. Right?
I didn't play the first day before the hotfix. Yeah, I just moved.
So this is like a golden opportunity before we move on, Mills, to ask Mike, like tell him what the patch was like before, because we have five people here who have played on day one.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about
and Mike likes this patch more, but because everybody else said Season 0, Season 9. You said 9 was better.
9 was better, yeah.
So we got 2 people who say Season 0 was better, who played on day 1 and then have played post hotfix.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
So they might have like a kind of like a tainted view of the game, because I wanted to know what everybody's opinions were on the hotfix, and then tell you guys kind of talk to Mike yeah, go for it.
I think the day 1 Season 9 was like, if you didn't ban Psylocke, it was a Psylocke 1v1, actual serve admin, and then if Psylocke was banned, it was just whichever Jubilee was running it down would lose.
not enough real games. Well, so specifically the change that they did, so they heavily nerfed the amount of ult charge supports got with their ultimate. So they knocked it all the way down from, I believe it was 70 to 55, and then they reverted it to 65. So which that 5% difference is the only difference, the discernible difference between 8.5 and 9. It's 5% less healing to energy generation, right? Which is mostly offset by the new cooldown. So basically, like, supports are, before the hotfix, supports were getting their ultimates a lot slower. After the hotfix, they're getting their ultimates about the same rate as they were in 8.5. Do y'all think that that's fine? Do you think it's fine with all the new all the new abilities in the game? Do you not like that change? How do y'all generally feel about that?
Want me to go first, or
yeah.
So I think I was disagreeing with a lot of people. I think that the hotfix for the support, like buffing the support ult charge, was a good thing.
Wow.
If you played double main support, day 1 patch, like if you played Luna Sue or if you played Loki Cloak, you would get 1 support ult every 13 years. To an extent, you have to put yourself in the mind of like support players. They need to be able to play the game, right? Like when the patch came out, dive was extremely OP. It still is. And on top of that, you would never get your ult ever. So like the support player, they literally couldn't play the game unless you would play like Mantis Jeff and just run at everybody. Like you literally couldn't play the game if you're a support player. You would just die on cooldown and you would never get your ult. So like I think that change was actually pretty good. I don't know. I know everyone else thinks that they're catering to the heal bots, but bro, if you played, I had a game where I had a solo tank and Luna Sue, and we didn't get a support ult until 4 minutes into the game. I'm not trolling. Like so, that day 1 patch for those guys was miserable.
So I'm not gonna disagree with you here, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. So the devil's advocate is that style of play. You know, the style of play. What's up?
You gonna let the devil out, bro?
Yeah. That style of play is like being more passive, not taking angles, not being as proactive is something that should be encouraged. You know, like you should be encouraged to take an angle on a Mantis. You should be encouraged to be more proactive. And like the devs had an opportunity to double down on this. So like you know, they could have done it in different ways. Like they could have made it so that supports got more ultimate charge for dealing damage, as an example, instead of kind of promoting the heal bot or the idea that like healing is like your main source of value. That's the devil's advocate argument.
I can actually counter that one if you don't mind. Like, so heal botting by default is going to get you more ult charge percentage, right? But doing damage, giving you less ult charge is a good thing because of the fact that if you help secure a kill, the time it takes for when people are dead, that, you know, for them to come back up when you're healing is going to get you more ult charge already. So like dealing damage and healing is one of those trade-offs where it's like, okay, if I do damage, I'm not going to get as much ult charge, but if I secure a pick, it doesn't matter anyway, because then I can charge my ult back up as the enemy team is walking forward. If you make it even, then I think it heavily skews like prioritizing. It puts too much on the damage side of getting too much benefit for that. So I think that like having less ult charge for that is like a trade-off of like, okay, if I secure a pick, it doesn't matter anyway, but if I don't, they're going to get their ult before me.
That's a
so I
really
think that's the reason why
interesting
it's balanced
point.
that way.
Yeah, because Mills, I saw in one of your games I was watching earlier today. I mean, you eventually won the game, but you kept going in and you fed a ton of ult charge right on defense, and they ended up getting cloak ult first and just running the table. They got it super fast, right? Is it too much of a penalty now to feed support ult charge now and not secure kills? Is my question to everybody, or is it in the right spot, or is that just not something we should worry about?
I think that there's a giant problem with the community just like looking at damage numbers and seeing that high damage number must mean I was doing well. When like all too often I'll play a game and they'll be like, oh, Psylocke, you don't have enough finals, but it's like, yo, you have 30,000 damage and 10 finals, and the enemy had support ults consistently because of the fact that you were just pumping damage into tanks. Like, I think the player base still needs to improve and understand that not all damage is good damage. Pressuring tanks is good at a time. But sometimes you're making the game harder because of the fact that like you can't get ultimates off, in a decent way because of the fact that like they always have something to counter.
Well,
so
and see, like, I agree with y'all, but like what I'm speaking to is more of a fundamental difference, which is supports that are afraid to take risks because the risk means that they aren't there to heal, aren't there to get their ultimates, and aren't there to win the game, versus a support that is like enabled to be more proactive and like almost encouraged to. Yeah. So like. I ran into this problem often with Gambit, where like the optimal way to play Gambit for probably like the past like 2 or 3 seasons is like you're still going to throw like anti cards in the back line on your dives, whatever the case may be, but you just never want to die. Like you want to make sure that you have the tools to stay alive. You don't want to take too aggressive of an angle. You don't want to try to go necessarily even too proactive in the dive, because if you die, you can't flip fights with your ultimate. You want to stay alive. You want to have that ultimate. And so what I'm saying is that you can encourage a certain style of play with balancing decisions, right? Like you can say, hey, if you play this way where you're just trying to play to live, you're not going to build your ultimate. Like if you just never make a risk, you're going to be behind their supports that are taking the angle. And I'm not saying that support shouldn't have got more ult charge. The criticism that I've seen is just making it so that they're basically they didn't nerf support's ability to get ults. That's what they did. They did when they did nerf DPS and tanks' ability to get ults. Their direct way to get value is with damage. Support's direct way to get value is with heals. They just reverted it. They just straight up reverted it. So that's the criticism. But to kind of Potato's point, it's like, especially with the shield change, like support backlines are more targeted than ever. I mean, the divers are more enabled than ever.
Dives is too OP, bro.
Yeah.
Shit is too broken.
I guess the question is like, if it wasn't the support ult charge, would you rather them have more damage and higher sustain or lower cooldowns then? Because they would have to give them something, and I think that's probably honestly is like the best. Like Tato said, if you're not getting ultimates anyway, that's probably the better one of the 4 you could pick from, because they have to give them something.
Well, yeah, that's what's good right now. Is like you just play off. You just play like off supports like Mantis and Jeff, and you just run to people and kill them. Well, like you can do that on Luna. You just like play for kills, not like ult slot.
Play for kills, yeah.
Which is what I think people like. Well, probably what we like. But like you go on Twitter and it's like it's like gold players are like. You know what I mean?
You're right. What do you think, Donnie? What do you think?
I don't know. I get shit. Sorry. I'm sick. I get pretty upset. I get pretty upset when I get snowballed by a Luna and I get killed in a second. And I'm playing like Psylocke and I'm supposed to win into a support and I just can't do anything. I think this is pretty stupid, but that's just like Luna on top of my head. But the support, for me at least, they feel really strong into my characters that I play.
I get what Don is saying. Like, bro, in a 1v1, I swear dive DPS in a 1v1 is so bad, but it's like dive tanks just make the game so easy to play. Like, they're just too OP.
I agree with that.
Yo. Wait, is this better? Is this better?
Yeah,
Sorry
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's always like I think another. Light has brought up this criticism a lot that like dive is super broken in the context of like dive tank plus dive DPS go in and then like the dive tank just creates all these openings. But support feels super oppressive in the case of and some like in the past, like characters like Gene feel oppressive in the case of like one-on-one, isolated engagements, no tank, just you. Which of course isn't the way that the game is always played, but you're gonna run into those situations in your games, you know, where you have to try to fight by yourself or whatever, and it can feel very frustrating getting you know, two tapped by Luna.
I can make a point that I've seen everywhere, like for the vast majority of people who play dive, or they say they play dive, they mean like picking magic and then like jumping into the entire enemy team 1v9, and then they get like CC'd 3 times, booped 9 times, nothing dies, and then they go on Twitter and they're like, oh, dive is terrible, oh, support is broken, bro. Where it's like dive is like, it's like a team comp. It's like the dive tank goes in, takes all the aggro, your Jeff is piercing you and the enemy, like it's so OP. But you need coordination to make it OP, and I feel like the only people who say that it's bad is like genuine, just like melee DPS players and like gold. They just jump in by themselves and die, and then like they try to 1v1 a Luda Snow or a White Fox. It's like that clipper and to bring up Light PK. To bring up Light PK, he uploads that video of the Iron Fist 1v1 a White Fox. It's like, bro, that's not gonna happen in the game, bro.
Right.
Like we're in the practice range, like telling war stories. It's like, bro, that's not gonna happen.
Do you think that's why they gave mobility characters the auto regen shield, because of exactly what you're talking about?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Because low elo players have more agency or whatever. They learn the cycles.
They want people to be able to play by themselves. I feel like the whole point, and this is like a big point of the Season 9 patch, was to give everyone like their own agency. Like a lot of the team ups is like the Venom Blade team up, for example. Like if you play Venom and you're solo dive tanking, like you can just like do your hit and then go AFK, use your abilities, and get your entire health bar back, and you can just play the game again, right? Like they want everyone to be able to play the game by themselves. You know what I mean? Or they want everyone to be able to do that. For like low ranked players, they don't need like a bunch of team play to play the game, because that's kind of how it felt before in the earlier seasons before this patch.
I guess that leads me to this one of the next talking points there, or opinion I've read, and I'm gonna have Mikey answer this one first. So the take is every hero should get the regen shield HP.
No.
So
I'm sorry. If Bucky got that, bro, I would never play this game again. If Bucky got that, if like Elsa Bloodstone got that, if like these OP like front to back characters got regen like that, I don't think I would play this game again. Seriously, I think it'd be crazy. I do think Human Torch should get it because he like dives in and stuff. I don't understand why he doesn't.
Bro.
Okay,
Bro, one.
Let me. I don't want to bastardize their argument. So their argument was that mobility characters can always utilize it better, right? Because they have the ability to dip in and out.
Yeah.
But like even as a poker, if you just want to like hide for a bit, like on the front line, like you don't need your Luna to carry you for you to like get that little bit of healing, right? So that's the whole idea. You could of course bounce around it, but
you could like if that was for every character, you could just flank on Bucky. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You could flank on Bucky, you could flank on Elsa. I mean, there's like zero counterplay to that. I think it's good that divers are getting regen now because again, like Potato said, like people are allowed to play by themselves. You don't have to ask for like a Luna Snowflake or just like a pocket or anything. You're allowed to do whatever you want now, which is kind of cool. And I just don't think that would be a good change.
What do you think, Captain Coach? What do you think? Do you think every hero should get regen HP? What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I actually think the regen change, I really like it. I could see a world where everybody could get regen and still have it fulfill the purpose of what they want it to be, which is kind of encouraging people. I think, like, I agree with what you're saying, guys. I totally agree. More player agency. Players are able to, like, play the way they want, play on their own, do their own thing. But I also think it's kind of like that. Those regen changes on most of those heroes, you got to remember, too, came with nerfs to them in other ways, mainly that they're max health. So I think they're trying to actually make the dives of those heroes maybe slightly less oppressive, ignoring the Psylocke buffs, which got, nerfed, and trying to kind of encourage people into different niche play styles, which is why some heroes get it and others don't. I think long-term, it's going to make their game easier to balance because now Hulk is, like, he dies faster than ever, but, he can always just kind of get out of a fight, reset, and so it's like more punishing, but you have more freedom to go for those types of plays. I feel like the game's tempo is a lot higher too because of it. So I'm for the change. I think it should probably only go to several heroes if that's their goal, is to kind of make the game easier to balance. And I think it overall is a pretty clever design change by them, and I'm really enjoying it too.
What do you think, Donnie?
I mean, for me, I feel like even if they gave it to every character, I feel like even if you have it on Bucky, there's not really like situations where you can hide for like 5 seconds now, like on Elsa or Bucky or all these front to back characters. Like, yeah, maybe you could hold like an angle for like longer without like needing to get help, but like the other characters have a lot of overshield, and like if you're front to back, you kind of want your team to heal. You need to build those support ults, so like you can't have every character just have your health bar go back up and not build anything, because at the end of the day, like if I have a cloak on my team and we have first ult, we'll probably end up winning the first fight if we play right. So I can't, like, we can't have every character have the green bar, because then really everyone's going to play for themselves and it's going to be like a fuck fest around the map.
I find it interesting that you're kind of even as you've hit rank 1, you're kind of assuming that your teammates in a lot of situations aren't going to try to work together and play optimally, and that we should balance the game around that. Is that kind of, I feel like that's kind of like the gist I'm getting from the last 2 things you said. Would you say that's accurate? We should kind of assume a certain level of lack of understanding of the game in the way we balance it, or do we think we should only focus on like the top of the top meta?
No, I think when they balance, they need to look at everyone. I know like people complain on Twitter, like the pros, they want the game balanced for them. Like we've seen that, but then the casual wants the game balanced for them as well. So I think it's hard for them, and I think first off we need to like give them a break a little bit, because everyone's like complaining every time there's an update. Like people will complain because it's not like affecting them, but like there's like tons of player and everyone's in a different like rank and everything, so we need to adjust for everyone. So in my head, I think, like Tato said, the balance with the green elf bar for the dive is fun for the person who plays dive and wants to kind of just do his thing around the map.
Yeah.
And he'll get even more value now, because if he's playing Psylocke and he's like holding an angle, well, he doesn't need to come back to the Luna or anything. He can just do his own thing. But at the same time, like, it is a disadvantage to your team that your divers, like your Venom, is regenerating like 350 HP, because you're not getting that as ult charge or anything. Right. So it goes both ways, in my opinion.
Dude, Donnie's saying this, and then Potato is saying the support alt charge buff was okay. I feel like this is like lions letting the gazelles live to, like to help the circle of life. Like they're like, yeah, supports, you can be OP, like you can relax a little bit. We got this. Like you guys don't have a problem getting kills, I think is, part of the sentiment. I feel like as a tank player, it's maybe a little different, but it's interesting, definitely interesting hearing your perspective for sure.
Oh, Coach, you just need to queue a wolf player, bro, and just play Fastball every game, and you'll feel just as OP. Trust me.
Yeah, no, I've definitely felt the wolf team up a lot. I hear you on that one for sure.
You just gotta spam Fastball to rank 1, bro. That's the best way to the game.
Yeah, I got you, man. I'll go for it.
Okay, here's an interesting one. It kind of plays along with what you were just talking about. So the take here is that NetEase overly caters to the hyper casual community. So I'll let y'all think about that a little bit. Tato, what do you think? What's your thoughts?
100%, I agree. Like, they communicate this with every patch. Like, they buff, and I also to my chat, I also to anyone that I talk to, it's an unanswerable question. I don't understand. How can you justify buffing characters that are already strong? I don't get it. And the only reason would be because more casual players can't play the characters that are strong, so they have to buff those characters to make it so they can. For example, why would they buff Gambit? Well, low rank players can't play Gambit, so they have to buff Gambit so they can play Gambit. Why would they continue to buff main supports? Because low rank, the only things that low rank players play are main supports, so they have to buff main supports. They communicate like this sentiment or this attitude in every patch. I don't know how, like, what more proof you need.
And what do you think that is good? Do you think it's
I think it's
fine?
Bad.
You think it's bad?
The reason I think it's bad is because, respectfully, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but like low rank players or like metal rank players, like people who play the game without a ban phase, you don't feel the balance. They're gonna tell you that they do, but you don't feel the patch note. Wonder could be hard meta, and nothing that you do in gold would change. Like, it doesn't matter. The game state doesn't matter in gold. The game state doesn't matter in diamond. Trust me, it doesn't. Everything is broken in that rank. Like, you can 6 stack in this rank, and you can go play Gator, 5 tanks, 1 rocket, and you can win every game. Like, the game state in those ranks doesn't matter.
This is good. This is really good. We're trying to recreate the lights flat drama live on the podcast. We just need one person to disagree. Who's it going to be? Death? You want to step in?
I can do it if you want me to.
Okay, but do you actually think that, though? Come on.
Do I actually think that like the game like caters to casuals? Like,
no. Do you think that like the balance changes matter for the vast majority of people who play this game?
No, I think that there's also a problem with the fact that, you know, what I try to do and I try to combat all the time whenever, because like I'm known as like an educational like rivals creator. I teach lower ranked players how to play the game. And my whole thing is that if you are in the lower ranks, you just don't know how to play yet. That's your problem. This is why I've always said I will never do a tier list, because tier lists matter to like you, Tato. It matters to you, Donnie and Mike. It doesn't matter to someone who's in even GM3. Like, it doesn't matter to you. You can take any hero to Celestial. So the problem is that low-ranked players are mimicking and parodying the stuff that they hear higher-ranked players like, oh, Poke is so OP right now. It's like, dude, you're in Platinum. Like, that doesn't matter to you. So, you know, but I do think that, you know, I've done a video on it already saying that, like, I don't think the game caters to one or the other. And the example I use is Psylocke, and maybe I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this, Tato. Psylocke, when she first came out, was very bursty. So in low elo, she could easily dominate. And so they nerfed her to be an ult bot, which wasn't very good. But then they put her strength back in her cooldowns, which made her neutral better. And now she is harder to utilize, but her neutral kit is better. And she's gone through this evolution where I think she actually is like a 5-star difficulty now, and she's less punishing in lower elos. And I think that that's kind of what they try to do. And it's not, they don't always hit the mark, but gradually over time, the goal is, okay, how do we make something that's not super punishing while they're learning, but in high rank, it still has good skill expression. And that's what I think that they're trying to do over time. But like players just get impatient where they see one patch and they're like, oh my God, Psylocke got nerfed. The world is ending. Like, you know, people complained that Psylocke got nerfed right after the patch, but she needed to be nerfed bad. That was way too powerful
100%.
on the first day. So it's like, but the problem is the community sees like, oh, my character went from S tier to A tier and now they're useless. Like,
Oh yeah.
no, that's not how that works. Like, if you're good, you can still play.
When I sparked on my stream, I think 90% of the first things people typed is, Psylocke is dead. Are we doing the Psylocke funeral? Are we doing the Psylocke funeral? And I'm like, bro, she's still OP. Like, they see reduced, that word on Twitter, and they think the character is garbage. It's like, bro.
Right.
Like, you see what I mean? Like, that's my point. Like, these guys, you don't feel the balance change in lower ranks. You don't feel it. They could make the game anything, and you could still play anything. It doesn't matter. It's like, so that's why I say they should prioritize the higher ranks of balance, because that's where it actually matters. That's where it's felt.
So here's one. I'm gonna play devil's advocate again against you, Potato.
Sure.
So like you said, like with dive being broken, if you have that coordination, right? You have the heal, and so like this is why like for the past like 3 seasons, dive has been broken in pro play, right? Like dive has always been broken. Cap's been broken. Venom's been broken. Jeff, you know, Daredevil, all that stuff. And even in the highest ranks of play, you don't always get that because you don't have that level of coordination. You don't get even in top 500, you're not necessarily always getting dive all the time. People are getting playing triple support. So what would you say to the pro player that comes in and says, we need to balance around us, not balance around you. We need to balance around the pro scene, not balance around the high rank play. We don't care about top 500. We care about a healthy pro environment. What would your response be to those people?
Well, I can give them the response that gold players give me, where it's like, but we're the majority, so they should balance the game around the majority of people.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it would be kind of a similar argument, right? Well, they're going to make the same argument to you. They're going to say that your ranked experience doesn't actually, it's not reflective of the power of the actual game, because they, you know, when they actually play the game for real, according to them, the pros, they say, oh, you know, this is not meta. That's not meta. Triple support's not even a problem, because, you know, the top teams don't even play it because they just kill you and dive. So who cares about your triple support complaints? I'm just saying that's the arguments they will make.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious to hear Mike's view on this, because Mike, you've been someone who I would say from your content and what you've said on previous podcast episodes, you're kind of more for making the game popular for everybody. Would I be accurate in that statement?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I just love the game, and no matter what happens in this game, I'll still play it. So, like, if they cater to the gold players, the silver players, I really could not care less. I'm being like, I don't know if that's a bad thing to say, but it is what it is. I'm glad that a lot of people are enjoying the game, and that's what I enjoy seeing. Like,
Oh yeah. So
I
what? So
don't
what
think
would
I've
you,
ever seen you have a bad time on stream. Every time I tune into the stream,
I love Rivals. What can I say?
I clicked on three
So-
people's streams, they're all crashing out. Like,
I
was
want
like-
to. I want to do a hypothetical though. So like, let's say what's something that's like really only broken in pro play and not in normal. I can't. I'm drawing a blank.
Jeff,
Jeff.
Jeff character.
Okay, so what if they just made Jeff absolutely terrible because he's too good in pro play, and like Jeff, popular Rivals character now, just sucks. There's clips of him just getting completely owned. Do you think that would be better or worse than the alternative, which is balancing him around the lower ranks? I guess is like if you had to pick a side.
I'm
Mike.
taking the
Yeah.
I'm taking the shock out back.
Okay.
he said, fuck that here.
Wait, can you ask it again? Sorry, I just like I thought you were asking potato. Sorry.
Balance around pro play or casual?
Yeah, if you had to pick extremes,
you had to pick.
you couldn't like stop.
Like,
at,
we're talking,
GM3
like,
or
top level
Celestial
pro
or
play.
whatever.
Not eternity, not even top like the pro scene.
This might be a hot take, but I think balance for the casuals. Like, I get it. The pros are playing top of the top game. There's like but at the end of the day, there's like how many of them? Like, maybe a couple hundred, maybe 100, 200. So why would we balance around 100, 200 people rather than like the millions of people that play the game? Again, potato. I understand your argument that like it doesn't matter, but you know, I just feel like we shouldn't really cater towards the 100, 200 people. Again, I don't know the exact number, but I know what Tato's gonna say.
A million?
No.
Was it you're talking about the console players?
I legitimately think that you can balance to both. It's not a question
No,
of like okay,
you
like,
got to pick a side. I'm trying to start a fight
There's
here.
no-
I'm
Can I
getting
give
along.
the pushback?
Oh yeah.
Go for
yeah.
it. Go for it.
Bro, like, think about, bro, the perfect example was Dino. Bro, when Dino came out, everyone on Twitter, oh, the funny dinosaur. And I'm miserable. I want to delete the game. Bro, like,
Yeah, but
this
like,
character is terrible.
Wait, you're a
millions of
DPS
people are
player,
having
though.
fun though. Like
But
millions
they
of
would
people having
still
fun.
they would still
Or,
have
like, one
fun if
person
the
not having
character
fun?
was terrible. Like if Dino came out and he did 1 damage and he had 2 HP, everyone would still be having the same reaction, like the same happy reaction. It wouldn't matter to them.
Yeah, I get that. Actually, I get that. I mean, Tato has a good argument, but I think I'd still.
Yeah, I
give
get
it
what you're
to the
saying.
majority. Yeah,
They
you know what I mean?
probably should do what you're saying, but they should because it's like what makes most people
Yeah.
happy. But I think for the objective health of the game, they should do what I'm saying.
I guess
I agree.
what low elo players get most upset at is when they complain about something, and then a high elo player says, "Just get better." That's actually not a real problem.
Okay, that argument
you're
is very
dying. You're
good.
dying because like right now BP as an example. So BP is terrible. Like in Celestial Plus, it only has like a 46% win rate, but pretty low. But every rank lower, like in Grandmaster, it's
Yeah, he's
49. In the rank before that, it's like 53. And then like in Silver, it's like 55% win rate right now.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, all of us are Celestial Plus. It's like we could just say, yeah, just get better. The character loses. Like, just get better. Just mark the fucking character. You know what I'm saying? Like, your experience doesn't matter. Your balance doesn't matter. Just get better. We could say that. Or we could be like, maybe, something should be done about it. But that's what I'm curious about your opinion on it. Do you think that is like there are going to be growing pains? Like, they just have to improve? Or do you think that something should be done at all?
I think they just have to improve. Honestly, like I get it. Like you can make the argument that Squirrel Girl's broken there, Scarlet Witch is broken, but like if you have a true understanding of the game, like the reason you're lower elo is because you don't know how to play the game. Like straight up, like you're just gonna get better as time, and then the better you get at the game, the more you'll realize that like Panther or like Scarlet Witch or Squirrel Girl are just not good. That's what I think. I just think.
Well, that's like what balancing for the casuals would be to like go in and
Yeah.
nerf,
Yeah,
go
then
in
you're
and nerf
going
like
against
Panther.
your point.
Yeah, it's
like-
just like
I know
I
it's
don't know. It's just such a hard thing because like how do you truly balance every single rank? Like I think it's genuinely possible. I
it's
don't
impossible.
think it's possible.
It is impossible.
You don't.
But like
What do you-
you know,
what do
I had to choose a side before, but like I seriously don't even think it's possible.
What do you think, Donnie? You haven't given your take in a while.
I'm more like laid back towards the balancing, to be honest. The patch notes, like, honestly, I read like the big one, and like I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know the name of the ability. So when I read all that, I'm still confused. But
Wait, which one? Wait. Oh,
like the
oh,
big one that like when they gave the green health
team
bar.
ups?
Like
Oh,
I was
yeah.
reading this on stream and I was having a stroke. I couldn't understand half of what I was reading, besides the character I was playing. And even when the hotfix came out, I just got straight into ranked. I didn't read that. So like
this is
Typical
alternate
DPS
timeline light.
player, just
Yeah.
fucking
This is
lying.
alternate timeline light, bro.
Don't put me
I
on.
mean, I do that to be honest.
I read that.
I never
through
warm
play,
up.
man.
I'm
Yeah.
straight into ranked. So like, to be honest, like the hotfix could have been anything, and I probably wouldn't have realized. But that's just me. But I do think like balancing is probably impossible in the game like this.
Yeah.
I mean, the character comes out, he beats other characters like a rock paper giant, like a giant rock paper scissors games at the end of the day. So like, if a character counters another one, then the character's bad now. He's dog shit because this character's in the game. So it's like it's so hard to balance, and I think at the end of the day, like balance is kind of subjective
Yeah.
to each player. Like Tato said, like oh, Psylocke lost 1 damage on her shuriken. She's terrible now. Like no, she's not. You know, like to me, these small adjustments, like yes, sometimes they'll affect the character, but like another example is the Dino. Like Dino was super broken when he released. He got nerfed, but his nerf wasn't that crazy, and then we've never seen him ever again in rank. Like I don't see that character anymore. So I think people just adjust. People learn what's good, what's not. People get inspired from what pros play, from what our like games look like in top 500 and like higher celestial, I guess. And then people start playing these characters and they realize they're good. But like I've seen some like BP players like Hunt like in my games, and he just dominates on that character like last season, even though the character was terrible, I guess, quote unquote, for like pursuits from the community, but he made it work. I think it's all about like how you play the character at the end of the day. Like a tad nerf won't change the entire character.
Yeah, I agree.
The next tournament that's gonna happen, it needs to be straight passion. Yo! Wong, where's my money? Good creators. Oh, yeah, I got it.
Play.
Everything. We got everybody. Everybody that you want, we got it. Oh, come on. Let's keep winning. I draw Uni. She's in there. Anna's in there. Greg Albert. Divine. Pick and roll is in there. We got Magic Mate.
The acid J3's in there.
J3? Protect your ball king. There's not enough hungry people in these big tournaments. Ladies and gentlemen, I would be honored to announce the next great Marvel Rivals Creator Tournament, Rivals Creator Classic. It's not Block my rage man! Oh my goodness!
Okay, so like a split approach. Like you can. I guess.
Yes, I'm not like, but to
Yeah.
me, like balancing will never be like, unless they would like completely rework a character. Then I get like that the Widow mains were upset. 'Cause
Oh
that's
yeah,
different.
that segue to the other thing we needed to talk about. Was Widow. Yeah, perfect
Yeah.
segue.
That is you know, that's where people can get upset. But if like your character loses like 2 damage on an ability, oh, my combo doesn't one shot anymore. Well, it's really rare that you're gonna hit your full like practice range combo. Even though I
Donatello
the practice range
700
combo.
HP
Yeah,
combo.
I was about to
One-shot
say.
combo.
I was about to say, even though I got memed on, you know, like I never really hit that combo. But the point was, from when I made this video, is that the character when Elsa released, is that when I played against bots, I instantly knew the character was broken, and she was. I was right. And when I made that video, like, yes, I'm hitting that combo in game, but of course, like the Groot's getting healed, but like it's still a shit ton of damage. But even though if you remove 2 damage from that combo, well, it goes from 700 to 680. Like it's not bad.
You're right.
So
Hey, Hulk lives that now, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a break point.
You're perfect. Oh. Well,
Buff.
I know none of us here really are Widow mains. I did want to talk about Widow because I think like Widow's a really interesting. It's our first like fully reworked character, and also like a character that I think had there's a lot of criticism. Like a lot of Widow mains are pretty upset. I know that some people like the change, like the rework. The character is performing better than they did before.
Oh, I love
But
it.
like for like yeah, I saw your
Wow.
tweet about it. But they're the diehard Widows. Like I talked to Zaza, I talked to Xlick, I talked to like basically every Widow player I know, and like none of them are happy with the change because like
pretty-
the character they fell in love with is not Like it's
Pretty sure
that's not
X-Like
the
just
character
hit,
anymore.
X-Like just hit his peak rank. I saw he was like ranked like 60 today or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he might be frying. He said he changed his opinion a little bit, but he did.
Winning helps with that, but yeah, he seemed pretty disappointed.
Winning will
Come
change
around
all your
eventually.
opinions on something. That's a good point.
Nervous, total doomer. Like doesn't
Yeah,
like it
he's
at all.
unhappy.
There's quite a few. I think I don't know. You said Zaza was happy about it.
No, she's
Well,
very
I
happy.
saw her. She was like crying on
Oh.
stream the other
Yeah.
day. For about
Yeah, no,
way.
she was actually very
No.
upset. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
bad.
I mean,
Like,
Well, because like,
But I
okay,
get
think
it.
about it. Think about it. This like, what if tomorrow they just decided that like Psylocke is unhealthy and they changed
Yeah,
the
yeah.
character into something
I-
you didn't
I quit
enjoy
the game.
anymore, right?
I get it. I get
Like,
it.
and that's
Well, I
your-
mean, I play
That's
like
why,
90
like-
characters, so I wouldn't care that much. But
'Cause-
I get it.
Right,
Because it's
right.
like the
'Cause I
entire
went through
identity of why you play the game is just gone.
Right. I went through a
Yeah.
very similar thing in Overwatch with DPS Doomfist. Swapping
I don't know,
over
man.
to tank Doomfist. Like
Well, more in my
because like
eyes.
I lost my
So
the thing I
broken.
loved. You know, like and some people took it harder than me because I was a flex player. But like when you're a one trick, like a hard one trick, like
Yeah.
Torch. Like what if they just like I don't know. I completely changed Torch, turned him into a fucking support. I don't know, did something crazy to him, and you couldn't play that character anymore.
Adapt and overcome. That's what I did, bro.
Facts.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Facts.
Like they want to make Hulk a ranged character.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They want to make Hulk a ranged character. I'll just be like, just
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly,
one of those
bro,
monkeys,
exactly.
man.
That's, I mean, hey, they wait like a couple months, and there'll be so many new characters. Maybe there'll be something new they like. Who knows? Like, I mean, I don't know.
Like, bro, I don't get this outrage over the Widow. Like, what was the character before? You'd sit main, you scope in, and you press mouse 1. Now you jump, dash, kick, melee, hold right-click, charge, and then you use the ult, and you can shoot combo with the right. There's so much more going on, and it's better. How is that?
But, like,
I-
You
I-
sound like me in 2017 bitching about Widowmaker. I fucking hate
Yeah.
that character. Just sitting there, just.
No, but I'm saying like the rework
yeah,
is
it's the-
better,
it's
like,
the same thing,
like
yeah.
in balancing and in
Healthier,
gameplay. I
yeah.
don't understand
What do you-
how
what do
you can not like that.
What do you think, Mike?
I think that's like, bro, that's kind of ridiculous to say because some people love a character because of that. You know what I mean? Like some people like to be like a Halo, like it's like a Halo sniper kind of. That's
Kind of, yeah.
which
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of.
Sniper in TF2,
No, yeah, I just
Team
can't
Fortress 2.
have fun doing that,
Yeah.
so I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody's gonna have a different opinion, but like I understand. Like I would completely understand if I played a character for like what a year and a half, and then just out of nowhere they changed her. I would be pissed off too. Like I understand why
Yeah.
a lot of people are mad, but I also understand why they would change her because she wasn't the greatest. They're trying to again cater to like everybody playing Widow now, and not just like the 0.001% of people that are just like to be a sniper. And I also do think that there's not really a place in the game, like in Marvel Rivals, for a sniper. It just doesn't make sense. Like with all the other characters in their game, just a sniper like that, I just don't feel like she has an actual place in the game with all the mobility and stuff. That's just my opinion.
Okay, follow up.
I think
question.
that-
Go on, Dan.
I was gonna say, I think two things can be true at the same time, which is that one, the people who enjoyed a Widow's playstyle of being a sniper before can be upset, and two, the rework can be better for the general audience.
Yeah.
Like both of those statements can be true at the same time, and it's hard to make it good for everybody. Whether or not it was a success depends on who you ask. But to me, I didn't mind snipers because of the fact that snipers in shooters are a positioning check. I see people complain about snipers, but it's just like you watch their gameplay and they peeked the sniper in the same window 4 times in a row. And it's like they eventually got hit in the 4th shot and they're like, snipers are OP. It's just like, why do you keep lining yourself up for their headshot? Like, to me, that's one of those things where snipers are should be this educational tool of saying like, hey, don't walk down main without cover. Like, there's lots of places around the map, and maps are also like the way maps are designed either benefit or hurt snipers depending on the way that they're made. So it's like if snipers are too strong on certain maps, it's not that the sniper is overpowered, it's that the map doesn't quite complement ways around it. So there's other ways to balance around it. So I do think that snipers can work in these games, but also at the same time, I used to complain about this stuff in Overwatch. Like, just stop peeking the sniper from the same spot, and you'll stop getting shot in the head. Like,
The Widow rework was a complete failure. Like, if they want to keep the sniper identity, which is again something that like for one of the like TF2 is that like pretty much like the first hero shooter. The character is literally
good
the
job,
sniper in that. What's up?
yeah, snipers. Yeah, the Australian accent.
He's Australian like me.
You can. Right. That's right.
Wait, are
Yeah,
you-
well, I played the sniper in TF2 as well, and the
hell yeah.
scout.
We-
So that was my shit. So It's real simple. Just
Nice. Swap
like
to the
obviously instant one shots, like high burst damage in a game like this where sustain just heals everybody up and you live till ults is like a win con in a lot of situations. Obviously that's going to be a very hard mechanic to balance. Just put a bleed on it. So you do 60% of their health and then they tick down to 0. So you still get the kill if they land the headshot, but they have some counterplay. Real simple. They could have just done that, kept her identity exactly the same, gave her a little buff to compensate with mobility, maybe quicker scoping. Boom. You got Widow now as a meta character. So there are times where I feel like the devs do mess up. Normally I give them credit, but there was I don't think changing the whole character was the play, personally. Like that. Even if she's better.
I actually agree with that. I think that's a good point. Or a good yeah.
Thank you.
A good idea, a better idea, yeah.
Follow-up question, because I think that at least I believe that there were probably other characters that deserved a rework before Black Widow. Are there any other characters that you would rework if you were in charge, and who would it be?
Black Panther.
Curious. Panther. What would you do to him?
I'd turn him into a fighter or a brawler or something like that because like he is, like his entire play kit is just frustrating.
You're gonna run into the
Like-
same problem right now. You know, everyone's like mourning Black Widow. Like it's gonna be like
yeah,
times
100%.
10. Like there's
It's not-
there's so
it's
many
not-
loyal Black Panther players that they're gonna lose their shit. I mean, any
Mike has the
I
war
know.
stare hearing you say that.
So that-
Said Mike got the war stare, 1,000-yard stare.
yeah.
BP
I-
rework.
like literally like Black Panther's entire kit is just to entirely blow someone up before they can react, and or he's totally useless. And in the higher elos, what you do is like every time I see there's a Black Panther in the game, I just immediately follow him around until he switches. Because like
I would hate to
can't.
play against you, bro. I would hate to play against you.
I literally, that's like every time, I don't even go think, like I'll play Psylocke or I'll play Rogue, and every time I see a Black Panther or a Daredevil, I will literally spend my whole game following you around and do nothing else.
Yeah, you just have to
And
mock
my
them.
backline will stay alive. I'll end the game 0-0, and I'll win because of the fact that I'm just going to make sure that this person who will stop my backline, it just doesn't play the game at all. And
I'm
like,
gonna need to see
to
your
me,
body
that's-
cam footage, Death. you gotta chill, bro.
I play to win, so I'm like, my strategy is I'm like, okay, I know what this person does, and I can't let them do that. So it's just like, I know that's not fun. It's not fun for the supports when the BP gets their way, and it's not fun for the BPs when there's someone like me in the game that recognizes what they do, and all I do is I say, hey, you're not even going to be able to fight back, like, because there's nothing in his kit that would allow him to like duel and fight in that way. So something that allows him to fight back would be better, you know, to have decent 1v1 potential, but also like dive the backline. I don't know.
I would need to see it. Like I can't even imagine what it would be or what it could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what about you, Donnie? What do you think if you reworking any character in the game? Who's on that chopping block?
I'm trying to think. I think
Spider-Man. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. Yeah, I was about to say Scarlet maybe.
No,
but,
you
like,
can't do
she's
that,
not-
bro.
She's not played. What do you mean
You
can't
can't.
do
You
that?
can't.
Bro, because
Please
listen,
rework up.
like if you rework
Nobody
Scarlet
plays
Witch,
that
bro,
character.
some people deadass wake up and they just want to sit back, relax, hold left click like this, bro. And like if you're
So
taking
don't wake
that
up.
away,
So don't wake up.
wow,
You trying to play Wanda?
wow, bro.
Stay asleep. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as sleeping playing Wanda. It's the same thing.
I low key.
It's the same
Low
thing.
tier
You're about to get
guy.
chat
We
restricted.
got low tier going on the pod. Holy.
I think if you
Bro,
want
am
to
I wrong?
rework Wanda,
It's the same thing.
No.
she says what? You say what, Potato?
Don, you agree that character is straight sleeper, no?
Yeah, that character
We
is
need-
sleeper,
thank
but
you.
you should
Listen,
put
I
her.
can select that.
You should put her as a strategist, if anything. Just be like Mora, like from Overwatch, if I remember.
No.
Isn't she like the hit scan or like the?
Oh yeah.
the-
like
No,
the tracking with the
yeah,
orbs.
you be careful what you ask for, because that motherfucker's just gonna be flanking the entire game, even as support. That's what Moira's do. They never fucking
Yeah.
they throw one heal orb and then they go flank for the entire fucking game.
I know.
Wait,
but
like-
They end the
like-
game
the only way
like
to play it, though.
2020 or some shit.
I
and-
swear it was the same character. No, wasn't her
Yeah,
shift like
very
also
similar.
like a fade or
almost
something?
identical.
Yeah, it's the same
yeah,
character,
yeah,
one to
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Basically
so, like,
identical.
They could do that. They could role swap. I feel like that would be kind of fun, if anything. Like instead of changing the whole character, like just role swap her, so like it changes the game as well. And then the strategists would be happy. I don't know. They get another support because they're also always complaining that there's more DPS and everything. So like,
Yeah,
It's like-
facts.
Does she have a summer skin? though?
45 Scarlet Witch skins.
you're right.
Then
We
she'll
need a
get one.
summer
Then she'll
skin
get
for
one if
that.
they make a support. No, but can I give my
second
point
she's a
why I
strategist,
think they should
she'll-
rework?
yeah, go.
Why they should like full rework her like they did Widow?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we can never see a version of this game where Wanda is like a powerful character. Because if Wanda was a powerful character, everyone would quit the game. Because it's too brain dead. So because the character is too brain dead, they can never buff her. Because everyone would just quit the game.
Yeah.
Right?
The flaws in her kit.
It's like a auto-aim, AoE spam, stun merchant, invincibility merchant. There's nothing expressive about the hero. So they can never make her good. It's like
that
how
sounds
when
terrible
Iron
as a
Fist,
support, though. That sounds
it's
awful.
like how when Iron Fist was broken in Season 2 and everyone was like, well, come on, man, this isn't cool. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, it's the
Right.
same thing.
Okay.
So if they made her more skill expressive, then they could buff her and no one would complain.
Wait,
so like,
you
I'm
don't-
looking out for you, Widow. Sorry, not Widow. Wonder players. I'm looking out for you guys. I want the best for you.
You don't think Iron Fist takes skill? The heck?
Oh shit.
Iron
Is that a real
Fist
question?
takes
Is that-
so
is
much
that a real
skill.
question? Is that a real question?
Iron Fist takes so much
He
skill.
said, is that a real question?
Is that true?
Iron Fist is. I got a lot of respect for Iron Fist players. I'm just gonna say that. I'll leave it at that.
Shit, I don't.
Flip it.
No, I'm farming. I'm farming.
I
No, but
should've-
seriously, come on, bro. Like, it's like auto aim lock on hero. Like, are we serious?
Yeah, but bro,
We-
some people like just holding left
He's a
click, bro.
game sense
Yeah,
hero.
that's fine. That's
It's
fine.
so
if
much
you
more
like
risk.
That. That's fine if you like that. But I don't want to have a game where the powerful characters that everyone plays and like that I have to interact with and I have to play are auto aim merchant. Like, why?
Okay,
how
so
is that fun?
you think the effort to get your damage off it should be something that is like heavily considered when balancing a character rather than
Yeah.
like game sense and really okay. I mean, I guess that
100%.
makes sense because you're like good at aiming, But
Well, yeah, I'm a hit scan player, so I'm biased, right?
Do you think do you think hit scan should always be meta, or characters that take aim should always be the best characters in the game?
No, I think it should be half and half, like it is right now. Like where we're at right now is perfect. Like, else is broken, but then there's like checks for it, right? Like if you play like a dive tank with a cat, you can check the Elsa, right? Like she can't run the lobby then. So it's like, there's balance with what's strong. It's not just like every strong character is a hit scan. It's like some strong characters are also melee, and it's not like a black and white interaction where like if there's a Hela walking around the map killing everyone, you can just go DD and mog the Hela and you win every time. You know what I mean? Which is good.
okay.
Yeah, because I think one of the takes on this list was that dive is the healthiest meta for Marvel Rivals. I know we kind of touched on that. What are your thoughts on that, Mikey? What do you think? What do you at a poke brawl dive? Like, I know that the game is a little more complex than just three play styles, but
Yeah.
what do you think?
Out of poke, brawl, and dive, what would be the best for the game?
Yeah,
that
like
what
or yeah, the take was that dive would be the healthiest meta. Like, but do you agree or disagree?
I think dive would be the healthiest meta because it encourages like team play and communication. Rather on Hela, you just kind of just like take an angle and just hold left click. So I do think that dive would be better in basically every aspect because it encourages team play rather than poke and brawl. You just poke and brawl. I feel like it doesn't take it doesn't take as much skill. I think.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna press you a little bit, Mikey, because you just said like casual versus pro, bounce around the casuals. They don't have that teamwork, so should we maybe make it so poke needs a bit more?
And the first time we went to a support strike was when dive was meta, like hard meta.
Very
2.
true, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just like it's so hard to say because like if you choose one thing, it's gonna affect every single rank differently. So like I think dive being the best in like high elo would be really good, and I think maybe brawl in lower elo would be good because
Yeah,
they're
this is what I was
just
gonna
not.
say.
They're just not.
So does that mean brawl never gets to be actually good?
Or no one likes
You mean
brawl, to be
poke?
honest.
I pretty much only play brawl.
Well, I mean, you kind of
play Hulk.
You kind of dive.
Well, he's like a mix. He's
like a hybrid.
There is no real like Reinhardt style character that just like dominates brawl and low elo. Like this game kind of needs something like that just like I guess Thor-ish. I don't know. Like
I would love a
Oh,
Reinhardt.
Dino. We had Dino.
well, kind of yeah.
Yeah,
But does he
okay.
dominate in low elo? Like I don't really think he's a little bit too resource dependent
Yeah,
comparatively
exactly.
to like Ryan with the big ass shield.
Thing right now. I'd
It's
say
gonna be
is, like,
Doctor Doom. Oh,
Thing
Things.
is really he's really good right now. Like I feel like Thing's pretty good. Brawl.
He's broken
Thing is
now.
so
He's
broken.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought.
I've been abusing him.
How does that character just not fucking die? He feels like a little bit like release Dino. I'm not.
Well, he
gonna
dies
lie.
with Mike because he just throws him off the map. But otherwise,
Wait,
Don't leak that. Don't leak that.
Oh, whoa,
If you're playing Thing on my team, use a team up with me, bro.
He said he.
Oh shit.
Okay.
come on,
wait.
Ben.
Okay. Here's a take that I want. I'm gonna throw it to you, Donnie. So comp bans should mirror competitive pro bans. So, like Ignite bans. What is your takes on it?
So in comp, we should have
Hell
Ignite
no.
bans.
That's the take. That's the take that I've
The
been hearing.
formatting.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, like
and so
bans
like the several pros that I've had on the pod have said that comp feels kind of like a Mickey Mouse, like not really actual comp, and they want it to actually be real practice for pro play, mirror pro play. Even if it takes longer in the startup screen, they want like real bans. What are your
Yeah,
takes?
well, you just said it.
Hell
It would be too long. It'd be too long. Like, I'm not trying to wait like 4 minutes for the people to be like to have 20 seconds to pick the character they want to play and then ban. And then people, who are we even gonna protect if we're 6 people that want to play like our character because it's ranked and like run the game down like on Spider-Man? Like, I'm just thinking if I'm with a Spidey one trick, he's gonna want his character protected, you know. And depending on the meta, then you need to protect something. But it's solo queue. Like, who cares, man?
Yeah.
Like, you can't make like ranked for the pros. And I know what they're saying when they say it's Mickey Mouse, because when you play scrims or when you play like coordinated play, well, obviously it's not the same game you're playing. Like, it's not a complete different game, but damn near. So like, you just, the bans, first off, the ban phase would be too long. The queue time is already pretty long in high elo. So like, I want to get right into the game, you know. If anything, remove the bans and then let everyone play whatever they want.
Oh
you know?
shit!
Damn.
Yeah, we lost.
Oh, yo, chill. I have one of the most counterable characters in the game. Chill. By the way, Coach Mills had an 18-minute queue today.
I did have a fucking
In your rank
C3.
up game.
Yeah, it's rank up to C3.
No, that's because they're trying to find all the agents for you.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Is it time,
winning?
Mills? Is it time?
yeah,
Did
we
you
won.
talk
We
about
won.
ELMN?
Yeah, we won. We won
Oh,
somehow.
shit. They put
So,
them on
no,
the machine.
we shouldn't have won though. Like, we absolutely shouldn't have won. Fucking thank God for.
Yeah, I
Venom
agree with
being
what Donnie's
broken to
saying.
hell.
That's like 2 extra for ranks. Like we good.
Yeah.
We're not trying to do all that.
The general sentiment I'm noticing is DPS players are way more chill about everything going on. Like, they're just kind of like cool with whatever.
Taking support. Well, yeah, well, we've had a lot of.
Dude, I gotta take pills when I'm playing the game, or else I'll lose my shit. Like, I like, I gotta watch my blood pressure. I got a monitor right here. No joke.
I mean, maybe it's because there's more characters. Maybe there's more DPS. So
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 50,
But-
bro.
So here's 2 that kind of go together. So the first one is supports are the strongest role in Marvel Rivals as the first take, and the second take is DPS has the highest solo carry potential across all ranks. So do you agree or disagree with one, both? Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, go for it, Potato.
The first one, I think that was true forever until right now with this season. 1,000,000%. Mantis, Gambit, and then like any main support just dominated the game forever. But now you can't get ult. Dive is too OP, you'll just die. You need like guns to shoot the dive characters. You can't just out heal it. Like if you try to patty cake the Venom team up plus a DD plus you just die. Like it's impossible.
What do you think is the strongest role now? Then
Well, it's
what would you
tank.
say is-
I think dive tank is the best role in the game, and then dive DPS after that.
I actually do kind of agree. Watching your games today, Mills, you were actually just like running the lobby.
Yeah,
I think
Venom.
Venom-
Well, they let Venom through the ban phase. You can't let Venom through the fucking ban phase. Like if you don't have a
Groot
good
with the
Venom player,
bubble
you're just gonna lose.
is yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Groot with the bubble is that is he did not need that. He did not need that.
Give him a name or
I
bubble.
agree.
Yeah,
It's fire.
that'd be like an ultimate in other games, like that bubble alone.
Yeah,
Or the-
literally.
Yeah.
What do you think, Donnie? What are your thoughts on those two? You didn't respond to the DPS has the highest solo carry potential.
Well,
across
I
ranks.
would say yes, they do, because
they
you
do.
can just go, hella and hit every shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could
Yeah.
just do that theoretically.
Uncontested, right? I get
Right,
you,
yeah.
Well,
But
I
it's
agree.
not really how it plays. You're saying it's not really how it plays out, right? Like in like.
No, but I've
balance
seen it. Like
lobbies.
I've been in games and you go against XYZ pro hit scan player, or even me. Sometimes I just win games doing this. You just walk around the map on hit scan and kill everybody. Or like you go watch like a DMR YouTube video and he just doesn't get looked at the whole game and he kills everybody. Like you can't do that on the other roles.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
I would agree with Tato, but like if you want to look like stat wise and look at the leaderboard, well, to me it's like always support players that are like on top of the ranked leaderboard. Maybe besides like now in this season, I haven't been like looking at the leaderboard like too closely, but like the past 8.5 seasons, whenever you open up the leaderboard, it's like I know they're pros and they're the best, but like Cooper and Sniper are always up there. Like if they decide they want to hit rank 1, they can hit rank 1 like the next day. Like there's no going back. And I know they're often duo queued and everything, but it did seem like they just carry the games there, and like they will always MVP. I know MVP doesn't mean a lot, and it's because of the character you play mostly. But like still, I feel like if these guys lock in, they will carry the game for you on support. Like I don't play support, so I don't know like what's going on back there like that much. I mean, I know, but like, you know, like I feel like these guys just do.
You slightly. I didn't actually. I haven't really talked to you, Dante. I expected you to be a little different. Not in a bad way.
I can same, absolutely the same.
Oh, but yeah, because we had Suppress on. I don't know if y'all know who Suppress is.
Yeah.
We had him, but he gives no fucks about anything that goes on outside of like what he does in the game. But I love it. Like he's very focused on like,
he's funny.
This is what I can do to farm. I don't give a fuck. Interactions, I don't care. Like it doesn't matter.
That video of him on Clintar, like zipping in and killing everyone with a shotgun, is like a top 3 Marvel clip of all time.
Yeah, it is.
You want to ban my Cyclops, and he just goes in and kills everybody. Actually, if you've seen that video, you know it's actually the best video of Rivals of all time.
That's actually sick. Oh, okay, Mikey, what's your thoughts? And I'll get you Death after that. What do you think? What do you think is the strongest role and the highest carry potential role?
Strongest role, I completely agree with Tato. I think it's dive tank. I mean, you just like perma went on that for some reason, like Venom, Cap. Angie's broken this season too.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys been playing against Angela, but she's been running every level.
Every clone shit is just too OP. They gotta get
yes.
Yeah, and then it goes dive DPS.
Do y'all think it's good that dive tank is the hardest carry, strongest role, or do you think that's unhealthy for the game?
Because
they like, I think in a lot of ways, like dive tanks being good keeps supports in check. Like I don't know if y'all agree with that sentiment, but like in a world where dive tanks aren't good, then supports are probably way stronger.
It also gives Brawl an avenue to carry games, because I think that's how I've been winning a lot of my games. I've been doing pretty well this season. Just like, okay, they go Venom, I just go Thing and just like brainlessly sit on supports and just check them off of it. And it's like super brainless and easy, but it's, you know, if you want to climb, you got to play the rock paper scissors a little bit. So I've been absolutely destroying on Thing, like, and I like when I go against Venoms, it's not, and Hulk too, like is good into him. So there is like a bit of like a system of like there. I do think there's always going to be a best comp, you know, where it's just like it loses to the least amount of things. But yeah, I agree with what you guys have been saying with where there's like enough diversity and like dive has that solo carry potential. But I truthfully I don't think dive is the best comp personally. I think triple healer is. And then you run like an Emma Groot or something to counter potential triple, and that's like the most maybe not in like the highest levels, but it keeps the games close like every game.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important in a ranked environment personally. But
I agree with in ranked definitely. I think.
Yeah. So
it's just like auto good.
So to me, like the best tanks, dive is really good, but Groot's still gonna like more times than not carry a game harder. Because my answer is also tank, believe it or not. Like I actually think support is a little.
Oh yeah, like
worse.
every tank is good. There's not like a single bad tank in the game right now.
Yeah. I just don't play all of them.
What do you think, Death?
Okay.
What do you think is the strongest carry role? And
I think DPS has always been the strongest carry role, like without a doubt. And I'll like, because what wins you games is whether or not you secure kills, and DPS are the best at doing that. And the best way to also, stop your team from like losing games is to deny kills as well, which you can do through damage as well, but also by not dying. What's the role most likely to get kills? DPS. What's the role also most likely to die? DPS. So if you're good at getting kills and not dying, you can have your games be 7 minutes long. But most players, my big frustration with a lot of DPS players are like, look at this game, I have 30 finals. It's like, 30 finals isn't a good game. You played a 35-minute game. Like, you can get a game under 10 minutes, and to me, that's a good game. If I end a game with 8 finals in 7 minutes, great. But, like, the reason why supports, in my opinion, are always, like, the higher rank is because there's not that many great support players. Like, there's a few, and that's the reason why. Like, if you have a team where you have support players on one team and you have fill supports on the other team, the fill supports are probably going to lose. And that's a big reason why, like, when I climbed to Eternity last season with a 100% win rate on support, there was nobody playing support. I was stuck filling 8 out of my 10 games. And when I go up against someone who's filling on the role, it's the same as if you guys went up against Phil DPS. You're going to completely destroy them. They don't know what to do in those, like, 1v1 scenarios.
I love going against
So
Phil
it's like-
tanks. I love
Exactly.
it.
Whenever you go up against Phil on the other role of any kind, you know you're going to diff him hardcore. So, like, when I'm going up with supports, like, yeah, there's a few exceptions, like Saipe, for sure. But the majority of people playing that role, to me, in my opinion, from what I've seen, are filling on the role, or they think it's not worth their time to get good at. And most of them, like, I've seen DPS players who would rather lose a game than fill support. So it's like...
That's me.
That's honest, bro. That's honest.
I'm not trying to do that.
Respect that. Honestly,
Legitimately-
I respect that. The amount of-
Legitimately, so it's like I get in these positions where I'm like, I want to play DPS, and I see 3 insta-log DPS. and
Average chatter.
2 tanks.
These 3, like, you can do that. You can embrace the Tato and the Tello and the Mikey mental, but you gotta be fucking good. You gotta lock the
Yeah, if you
role
can-
and
if you
win
can back
the
it
fucking
up,
game.
that's fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't do that and then go fucking 10-10 on Punisher. Like
Yeah.
that's not what we're talking. That's not what we're talking about here.
When
You
this
don't have a-
podcast drops, I'm taking a day off.
You don't
bro.
have you don't have an ego. You're just delusional if you're doing that shit.
Yeah, but the problem is that most DPS players have the ego of Tato, but the skills of your average player. So it doesn't balance out where I'm like, I'm stuck playing support in a lot of these situations where I know I'd be better on DPS than them. And it becomes frustrating because of the fact that, like, even if I fill and I flex to support, if I carry and I win as support, I'm going to get no credit because I climbed on support. But, you know, if I insta-log DPS, I'm going to lose because either the other person's going to play DPS, we have no supports, or they're going to do what I call a protest pick, where they're like, I'm going to lock Adam, or I'm going to lock Jeff, and I'm going to die in every
That's
ult,
me.
and that's okay.
That's me. If I feel I'm on Adam, and I tell them that.
That needs to be a sub-song.
Mills, you said you wanted to ask. I'll go next. I'll go next.
Well, no, this was a perfect opportunity to pivot. I wanted to.
No pivot. I got something I want to ask here because you guys we're on the subject here then. So you guys say ego versus skill level. How important, because we have 4 DPS players on here, does your ego, your willingness to swap versus like locking in on the thing you know you can carry on versus like swapping, like how much does like your skill level match your ego matter when it comes to like pushing serious rank is my question. Because like for instance me, I feel like in a lot of games I'm just like, oh, this guy could just go triple healer and this would be an easy win because I'm diffing their tanks, our supports are like have a general idea they just need help. But like DPS players will so often be like, no, I'm so god, like why I'm just like, dude, if you just go on Ultra and put 2 drones on us, we're probably just gonna win, like because everyone else is just stomping. So how much does like ego matching your skill level kind of matter, like that mentality, you know what I mean, like kind of having that dog in you a little bit, like is that a thing that you guys
I think if you genuinely want to win the game and you know triple support or just going like a certain character to help is going to help you win, I think all good DPS players are going to lose the ego and like feel like Ultron or Adam. Because sometimes it's just necessary.
I'm glad I asked this question.
Not
I'm so
Tato.
glad I asked this question.
Okay,
Like,
Well, because
he's right.
Potato,
He's
Potato,
right.
if you're
But I have
genuinely
like
trying to win.
He's
If you're
right.
trying to
He's
win.
right. But I have like a Batman no kill rule. I'm not going Mantas. I'm not going Ultron for you. If we're gonna lose the game, I'm staying DPS because it's just like corny and it's like a crutch.
Yeah, this
You know what
man
I mean?
has
like
honor.
You're losing
he has fucking
bro,
honor.
No.
Triple
There's nothing.
support.
The
There
number
we
one
go.
thing that makes me mad in ranked is when I'm dominating an enemy team, like straight spawn holding them, and then magically the guy who's 0-9 on Punisher, he goes Mantis. Whoa, wait, they want to fight? Wait, they won 2 fights? Wait, they won 3?
Yeah.
Like, and magically they're winning the game.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't do
I
I don't do
agree.
that shit. I don't do that shit. It
happens
makes
to
me
everyone.
Yeah, and he's not even
Yeah.
carrying the game anymore. He's just not throwing anymore.
Yeah, you
They
just
just-
sit there and
Exactly,
press E and you get the
exactly.
free value for triple support. And so I don't do that because I think it ruins the game. But you should do it because like it'll win you the game. Like, you should do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I
should
would
He's
do it,
right,
like,
but
this-
I just don't do it because
yeah.
I think it's corny. Like,
Like if you're
Right.
truly trying to win the game, you go triple support.
yeah,
but
you
like,
should drop your ego if you're trying to
Yes, but
Alright.
like if
Here-
you're just
The-
playing
the-
ranked,
I think
Donnie?
it's like a or yeah. Go ahead, Donnie. What do you think?
No, I mean I agree with Tato. Like sometimes, like my chat, like I'll be running the game down low key, and then my chat's just like, "Yo, go Ultron." I'm like, "Fuck no!" Like, I'm good.
See, Donnie gets it. Bro. He gets
confirmed. Confirmed.
It's a slippery slope, though. I think with like being willing to fill and willing to flex, because like as an example, like Death really started as like a DPS player mainly, and then like over time he's like more of a pure flex because he does fill. But I think like I'm sure y'all run into situations that if you just the second, like if you fill too much, too often, then you're never playing DPS. Like you're never gonna.
Well,
like you just have to sometimes just ego and lock it in and be like, I can make a difference here. I know I can. You know.
I tell my chat that they shouldn't flex. I feel like flexing makes you a West player, because then you're like splitting all your time between a bunch of stuff.
I don't know. I feel like
Hey, that's
kind of a hot take.
That's interesting because Mikey is like the
was that a
flex
hot take?
god. He's played everything.
Okay, but if I'm in a game with Mike, I want him to play DPS. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's just like sometimes like you're just gonna be better. Like let's say there's a random Joe like on Bucky, and you know triple support is gonna win. I would not go triple support because I know I'm better than this guy on DPS. Like,
Right.
you know what I
All
mean?
right.
Like,
So that
Death, we'll get to you. Okay, but like, let's say this is our 6 stack right here. Who's healing? Who's damaging? Who's tanking? I think
we're
the
doing
tank
one
is
rocket.
pretty obvious.
We're doing one rocket. We do one rocket.
One rocket, really?
Whoa,
So
hey,
we put Death. The one.
Death is one rocket.
Someone's on rocket. Someone's on rocket. We do solo hold.
I'm down, bro. I'm down.
No,
I can do that shit.
You gotta let me. bet him.
We're actually winning MRC with this team comp. We're doing solo rocket, fastball, Psy torch, and then any other dive DPS in the game. We win on MRC.
but like, what if they ban Rocket, bro? Like, what
Oh,
if
we
they
lost,
ban?
but yeah, I mean, we can fast protect. We can fast protect rocket. How
All right,
about
Death, what do you think, man?
I think hero shooters are a lot of times about, you know, knowing what tool you need to solve your problem, and part of it is like what the characters are good at, but also understanding the strategy of how to play them, right? Picking Namor doesn't automatically counter dive. You still have to target. It gives you an advantage against certain dive characters, but if you play Namor and you walk to the enemy backline and you ignore the dive characters, then picking Namor doesn't solve your problem. So, you know, to me, like I've told people, because like as I've learned multiple characters, you know, back in season 1 when everyone's saying it was Cap was terrible, I was like, oh, I had like a 90% win rate on him up to like Celestial 1 at the time. And people were saying he was garbage. I'm like, no, you just sit on the convoy and you never leave. Like, you know, learning heroes over time, I've learned different strategies where, like, now if I'm playing tank on offense, I go Rogue because she's better at securing kills. And then on defense, I go Cap because that's better at stalling. Like, knowing, you know, what to pick and knowing you have that tool in your toolkit helps, because there's times where suddenly somebody switches, they go strange, now you're down to support, and you have to fill in and be like, okay, what do I pick in this situation to help my team out? It's like, oh, my tank is going out there, I'm on tank as well, but one of my support both just died. I'm going to switch to Rocket real quick, drop my res beacon so that way he can go out there, touch the point, die, come right back, and then touch install again. Like, knowing what hero to switch to, even when you're best at something, is going to help you win games. Like,
No
and
ego
there's been plenty of
detected.
times. Yeah, there's times where I'm like, I tell my teammates, I'm like, listen, I know I've been playing DPS all game, but our offense wasn't great. On defense, trust me here, run triple tank and we'll run solo DPS, and we're just going to stall this convoy out. And we'll end up winning because holding the convoy down for 4 minutes and not getting any kills is a valid strategy. And knowing what you need to do in that situation matters, especially in a game where everyone can flex around to anything. But
I think,
yeah.
like, low-key, secretly, the staying power this game has is that you guys have all given somewhat different answers. Just like your personality type can actually, you can inject it into a game and have it affect it. And I think that's like such a cool part. Like Death is like, okay, I'm gonna swap to what we need, all about team comp. Potato's like, no, I'm just gonna, like, I'm locking my shit. I'm gonna carry this bitch. You know, where maybe the Mike and Donnie are somewhere in between. You know, I do think there's a lot of, you know, like that level of, like, you know, Trust Me said it when he was on. You have to have a certain level of ability to communicate and get people to like you to kind of win a game. You know, and that's I think that, to me, that's like where all the best clips are. You know, it's a lot of like what, yeah, Mills.
Well, I wanted to specifically kind of re-ask Potato, because I know you said, because you said you tell people not to fill, right? And I actually tell people similar things, because it's like you got to get better at playing a character in a suboptimal situation to get better at that character, right? Like like over time, like learning. But one of the things that's interesting about like pro play is like they really admire or they really look for players that can be flexible, like as flexible as possible. Maybe sometimes cross roles, but sometimes like a super deep hero pool. So like, how do you think about that? Do you think that just like doesn't matter because you're just a rank grinder, or like I don't even know if you have pro ambitions or whatever? Like, what do you think?
No, I've played competitively before, and I can tell you the only reason that in pro scene you have to be able to play everything is because Marvel Rivals is a game of bans. So like, you have to be able to play everything at any given. Like, you can't afford to be handless on anything,
right?
Because what if they just ban out what you play, or like what if they've banned everything they think you've practiced, right? So when it comes to like the pro scene, you have to be able to play everything. You can't afford it. Like, for example, I think the most famous example is 100 Thieves is like a team that gets clowned a lot because people don't think they have a hero pool, right? So like a lot of teams just like ban what they play and then they're handless and they can't play the game, allegedly. But the reason that I give this answer to my people who ask me, hey Tato, how do I get better at the game? This is my chat. I tell them being a flex player isn't a real thing. Like, if you're just playing ranked, you should just play one role and get good at it and then continue to grind at that. Like, if you're the kind of guy that loads into a ranked game and you just fill, you just play whatever, like, you're not going to improve, you're not going to get better because you're splitting your time between a million different things. You should pick one role and you should just get good at that. I don't believe in oh, I'm a flex player. Well, bro, that's unserious. Like, what are we talking about? You should just play one role and get good at it. I don't understand. I don't understand that mindset.
But like, what happens when you get 4 people that are trying to get good at DPS or like DPS players?
Well, yeah, that's why we should put. Hey! I have the answer. That's why we should put role queue in the game.
Wait! That's what I was gonna say. So the statement was role queue would dramatically improve the health of competitive Marvel Rivals.
100%. 100%. I can give you every argument. It's undefeatable. I can tell you every.
Okay. Wait, lay it out.
I'm ready.
So I think you're standing alone here. So let's.
I want role queue. I want role queue.
See, the
soft
captain
role
and the
queue.
coach knows, bro. The captain and the coach knows.
Soft role queue.
Yeah,
like
I
League of
a little bit
Legends.
different.
Like League of Legends did.
Okay, so what's your arguments? What's your arguments for Tato? I want to hear yours.
Okay, my argument for it is exactly what Mike just said. Listen, I've had games where I'm about to hit top 10, and then you load into the game, and we don't have supports, we don't have tanks, so we just lose. How is that fun? How is that competitive? It doesn't make any sense. So you give the solution. What's the solution? Well, before we get in the game, let's ensure that there's enough people who play each role in a team. I don't understand the argument against it. There's one negative. Yeah. It's queue time. All right, queue time.
Well, there's a couple of arguments against them. Let me give you the strongest arguments against them, and I want to hear your point on each one. So the first one is it hinders flexibility and creativity in compositions. Like you said, Gator comp, 1 rocket, 5 tanks. We've seen triple DPS work. We've seen bunker work, 3-3, 2-1-2, or 2-1-3. Yes. So the argument is that you basically just cut out all that creativity and you just say, you have to play this, specifically this. Wow. 2-2-2, that's all you get to play. You don't
soft role queue. Soft.
There's two, yeah, exactly. Well, there's two avenues you can go down, right? There's the hard lock, which I think the vast majority of people would be against.
That will kill your game. That will
kill your game because, like, how does the team up system even work in that case, right?
And then the balance will just get progressively worse over time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Overwatch did, is the hard lock. Overwatch did the hard lock.
I think the hard lock is bad for rivals. I think what I champion for is you just queue up for your role, and then from there you can anything happens, right? Like, you can do anything.
So you're just telling people, hey, this is what I want to play, but I'm willing to kind of move around the edges.
The situation, it's not that serious. But that situation where you load in and you don't get any plays for a role is just like brain dead. Like,
what's to stop the bitch ass DPS player that has the 18-minute queue from queuing tank and getting a game in 30 seconds and then swapping to DPS? You know what I'm saying?
That could be a problem. Yeah, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. But the fact that you fix that a larger issue, that's a smaller issue compared to the issue that you're fixing, which would be getting into a game and having no one for a role.
I totally agree.
So yeah, that could be an issue, but that issue is nothing compared to the issue that I'm identifying.
Would you have separate ranks per each role?
No.
You had one rank?
Yes. That would get too many people to quit.
Because the way that Overwatch implemented it was role lock, and everyone got a separate rank in each role.
Nah, the separate rank is bad, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the separate rank.
You'll-
Donatello, no.
That'll make queues.
But it was kind of fun because you could you could climb every rank every season, and it was like a whole new, after I got top performer on tank, I could be like, oh, let's fuck around on support. My support is in plat. I can try to climb and get better.
I think that just lets people like smurf on their main account. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, it does remember. I understand. I mean, I don't like the system. that's just how it was. But
before you go to the next reason why it's a bad argument against it, I also think like if you implement a soft roll lock system effectively, and I'm curious to hear your guys' takes on it, it'd probably make the queue times less because more people would be playing the game because the game quality would go up. That's just kind of my hot take, I guess. I think like the queue times wouldn't even be an issue if you did it right.
Yeah, so the thing is, we played these games before. I heard all these arguments. These were all the arguments that convinced
Potato plays at like 5 a.m.
No.
If he doesn't think the queue times will be an issue, no one will.
But
no one will,
that's
bro.
The thing is, when I was playing Overwatch back, I waited fucking in like a low GM lobby. I just want to fucking play Genji. I'm sitting 26 minutes in a queue. 26 minutes in a queue, we play a game, and I have like
game quality.
I have like a fucking hand list, like Moira flanking in my game. We lose the game, and I have to wait another 26 minutes. Like what? like it's very hard. Like I don't know. I love it when I can press Q button and I get a game like fast. Like I don't know.
Talk to your chat. You did it today.
But it's fun when it's like an anomaly. But when it's every game, like you start losing your shit. I feel like
we need some more.
Maybe that wouldn't happen as much. Like there are definitely like more fun to play tanks in this game than there has ever been in Overwatch, in my opinion. So maybe that queue time problem wouldn't be a thing. Like another problem in Overwatch is tanks would often queue you down. Like you could be like a really high Masters player or a Grandmasters player, and they'd put you in a Diamond lobby because they needed people to like fill the lobbies. So like imagine being like an Eternity player and they throw you into like a GM1 lobby because they need a tank.
That happens in Rivals. Rivals.
Yeah, it shouldn't ever happen.
I posted on Twitter. I was one of all 230 elo, and I got into a game with a GM1 on my team. So if I won that game and I got +9, but if I lost, it's -30.
Holy fuck!
Come on, bro.
That's a separate issue, but that is an issue.
Okay, so soft roll lock. Mikey and Donatello, y'all were against roll lock. Do you still think it's a bad idea, or what do you think?
You can go first.
I'll let you go, man. All right. I think it would be terrible, to be honest. They could maybe implement it all the way to GM for the lower elo casual, maybe have better quality games then. But I think like Celestial and above, you should be able to like have an understanding of the game. Like sometimes I'll have like people filling, right? And like I'm thankful for them filling so I can lock in DPS. But like then it's like they've never played the game. It's like they have no clue what's going on.
Right.
Like they'll make like silly mistakes that you would flame your support for, but they'll do it. But they're like, yeah, I'm filling. Yeah, fuck you. Like you play the game like 8 hours a day, bro. Like you know they have like a Venom and DD, and you're gonna get Dove, and you have ult. So why are you not clicking it? Oh, I wasn't expecting I was getting Dove. Like, bro, you do the same thing when when you're on your main role and you play Venom. Like, you know how the game works. You have a good fundamental understanding of the game. So even if you're filling, I get it. Like, let's say you're filling on Invis, your mechanics on the character won't be as good, and that's fine. But like your general understanding of the game, like your ults should be approximately the same as someone who'd main support. Like I'll get it, you'll probably panic most of the time because you're like you don't know really what like the time to kill will be. But like at the same time you play the characters that kills the support. So you should know like you should be able to figure it out. Like yes, you'll be way less good than someone who main support, but not terrible also. So like maybe up to GM they could have it because there's much more players and the games would become better, people would have a better understanding of the game. But then depending on the soft or hard lock thingy, then it depends if you can play like the fun comps. I think like some games, 3 tanks sometimes it's good, like that said, like to stall the card and everything. I think offering different like play styles is also like part of the game. And now we'd have another issue is with the team ups. I mean, I can't think of all of them on the top of my head because there's like 102 new ones, but I'm pretty sure there's some team ups that advantages like triple support or triple tank, triple DPS with like the Spidey Black Cat, for example, and then some other stuff. So I think you can't really do that anymore, at least.
Real quick, wouldn't if you roll locked and had a higher chance to get your role up until GM and then got above that rank, wouldn't that make the problem worse though? Because then now you'd have these people who, if they have to swap, it's like they have no experience playing another role.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they would
maybe.
be truly handless.
It would
That's
make
a
it.
good
If you view it that way, then maybe the counter to that would be like putting the separate rank on each like role. But then that's I kind of disagree with that. So I guess that's a good argument. Yeah.
What about you, Mikey? What do you think?
I think Q is fine now how it is. Like, I don't think like a lock on anything would be really that cool. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you'll get like 4 DPS, but that's rivals. I mean, you're gonna get a Blade OTP at one time. You're gonna get like a OTP of like a Scarlet Witch, and that's just rivals. I mean, like at the end of the day, I mean, I think the normal queues we have is fine. I don't see any really.
Okay, but like,
So I wanna-
you agree that there's a problem though, right? Like, we can at least agree on that. That's a
problem
bad thing.
of like having too many DPS players.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I saw this thing. It was like that they try and queue with people that are playing supports, but some people might just have like a bad game, the game before, and they've been on support for the past 10 games, and they just hop on like I don't know, DPS for the first time. I mean, like, how do you even like?
Here's
But like, what I'm asking is like, we can all agree, like, just like, I'm not even leading this anywhere. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
we can all
yeah,
agree
yeah.
that if you load into a game and on your team is 5 DPS players, that's bad, right, guys?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the
What?
point of that is that.
Well, what do you mean no?
Well, you can play whatever you want to play. Like, you don't have to play DPS just because you're a DPS player. Like, I understand that that's
Yeah, but-
kind of
Yeah.
the mentality you have, but like you can play anything. Like
Well, you
Yeah.
can.
one of my arguments is like a point forward is that a lot of the reasons that games feel so diverse from game to game is because of this exact system where like people have to flex and fill and like make it work. Like, that's why sometimes you're being run down by triple tank and you're like, what the fuck is this? And sometimes you're playing like you're up against really untraditional things that you've never seen before. It's because like
Yeah.
people have to
Yeah.
go outside their comfort zone. If it's like 2-2-2, you're gonna start seeing the same shit all the time. Like, everything's
Mills.
gonna get
Oh, yeah.
solved really quickly. Like,
We got to
Well,
get like the DPS bros on with some of like the pros and have them duke it out because this
Oh,
is like totally
that's-
different than what they've been saying.
So let me just throw the last argument, and then you can respond to both. So the last argument is that the soft lock system doesn't actually, like, one of the big reasons people want 2-2-2, at least from what I heard, is that they wanted to solve triple support, and it wouldn't solve triple support. Like, a soft lock system would just allow them to just swap to triple support. Like, you could maybe reduce the amount of triple support that is being played, but like in high elo lobbies, like any second DPS will. Also, you're gonna probably feel it more when you have like your second support be like Adam, or your second DPS be like fucking Scarlet Witch or Squirrel Girl or some bullshit. Like, I mean, it might happen more, but
All
anyways,
of those would need to be changed.
But
Like-
anyways, go on. What do you think, Tato? I know I kind of blast you with a lot of.
Well, I used to think that hard 2-2 would be good for balancing, but now we don't even need that. I think the game state is good. Right now is where we don't need to change anything with matchmaking, team, like the balancing doesn't need that. You know what I mean? Like, anymore. It kind of I used to tell people, or I used to think that it used to, but now I think we're in a good spot, and I don't think it'll ever get to a place where we'll need that again. So as far as like the balancing of the game is concerned, no, I don't think we need to change the matchmaking whatsoever. But the reason that I say that it's good is just for like people in ranked and the quality of ranked games. Like, all I care about is match quality. That's all I care about.
Wow.
And I don't understand how anyone can care about anything else. Like, when you're in a game, how that game goes, that's all I care about. And I think that a soft role queue, however you want to say it, where you just queue up and you're as a role, and then you get into a game with other people who have queued as their role, if that happens, that will increase match quality tenfold. And I don't think it'll spawn a bunch of problems. I really don't. I can't understand the argument.
What if NetEase did it like behind the scenes, where they just like looked at what you pick, what you play,
They already
and they
do,
just like
by the
match
way.
it. But like, what if
They
they did
already
it
do.
more so and said that they did it? Like,
I think they should just
tried
do like
to
a
create 2-2-2.
quick play. I think you should just put in the game like a little quick play mode of it. Just see what happens for 2 seasons, 1 season.
That's not a bad idea.
That's actually really haven't heard that one. I really like that.
Just put like an experimental mode of quick play in it for
I
quick
would-
play for. I mean, see what happens.
I would be
That's a great
more than happy to let them try it, as long as they're willing to reel it back if it doesn't work. Because
Yeah, yeah, if
Blizzard
it's dog
didn't.
shit, then
Blizzard was
get rid of
unwilling
it.
to wheel it back after it failed. Like, problems sprout up.
I
Well,
mean,
that's because-
you're also gonna have
Sorry, you can speak. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I was like, you're also gonna have it like if you give players something, but then you take it away later. Some people might like it, some people might hate it, but the problem is like when you give gamers anything and then take it away, they get pissed off. So,
Well, they didn't care about that with Wanda players. Or sorry,
Widow.
Black Widow Widow players. Sorry, I fucked it up. Damn it.
Yeah, they're pissed.
For
Too many drinks.
Your idea of a soft
Yeah,
lock, potato,
yeah,
I would be down for them to try a soft lock. I think it would definitely be interesting to see if it. I'm very afraid of all of the problems that would come from it, but it's way different than a hard lock system, which is like what I'm mainly afraid of.
No, that would ruin the game. From the start, I've never said that. That would ruin the game. It would ruin the whole point of the game. The whole point of Rivals is team ups. You can play goats, spawn hole people. That's the whole point. You shouldn't remove that. That would be dumb. But like,
I still think that like part of me is torn because part of me knows that like I think even like a soft roll queue would be bad. But part of me is also so bitter and angry towards DPS players. I want to give them exactly what they want so that way the games get worse. Because like I want you guys to have 38-minute queue times just so that way I can sit there and be like, you know what, fine. Like you can have exactly what you want now. Because to me, like I get into my games and I get 4 insta-lock DPS. They're like, we're going to run this down because instead of learning to play the team game as a team, I'm just going to run it down on my DPS because I refuse to swap to support, which is supposedly it's the role that gets insulted the most, that gets called boosted. You get no credit for playing it, and then you get everyone else around you forcing you to fill for it, and it's just a miserable experience. Like the reason why the match quality is so bad is because of the fact that the way the players act. Like it's a team game. Like the best way to improve match quality if you have 4 DPS players on your team, learn the other fucking roles. Like, learn tank, learn support. Like, they're right there. There's so many fun heroes you can play, but it's like, no, I am above this.
It's very funny how Tato's like, there's so many fun tanks to play. We're not going to run into the same queue time problems that Overwatch had. But they're not fun enough
but I'm never
for
gonna
me
play
to play them. You can play
Support's
them.
the easiest role in the game, but I'm never going to fucking play it.
yeah, because it's boring.
I get into these games and, like, legitimately, I'm telling you, I know that I'm a good support, but I can tell you in high elo that when I get on teams with certain people and certain players and I see those names, I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling support. I'm going 4th DPS for these people because I just don't like them, and I'm not going to give them my support.
One of my favorite things is watching Death in Gaming just trash the players of his own role.
Yeah,
it's honestly pretty therapeutic.
Well, Captain Coach, remember the last time that we duoed and you had mentioned you had said when you play with me, you feel like you get more heals, right?
Oh, for sure.
And that was legitimately a true statement because I understand that in this game you are trading resources back and forth. If I require all of the resources, that means they don't go to you.
You're the person who knows what they're doing, bro. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
If I need a bubble from you to save me, that means you can't save the supports. So what do? I hide in angles that I can't be seen. I let you go in first and pull out the attention and resources, so that way you get the heals. You require all that. And the end of the game, my damage blocked is like 4,000 and yours is like 52,000. Yeah. Like, there are ways to work together in this game as a team. And even the other roles, like I have been trying to show people for seasons that, like, as much as people talk shit about Rocket, there are so many ways to use his mobility and damage for it to be fun to play him. But people still just say, like, oh, all you do is sit back and hold right-click. But, like, I will wall dash into the enemy backline to drop an ult to go get kills. And, like, there's ways to make every role fun. And so when people are just like, yeah, just play one role and one role only, I'm like, okay, yeah. And when you go to the ice cream shop, just only get your one flavor every time. Like, you don't want to try anything else, really? Like, the whole point of games is to have fun.
I do that. Like, I get the same ice cream every time, bro. I don't like it.
You like what you like, you know?
Yeah.
Death is such a great teammate. Like, he makes the game, like, I feel like having a player like Death on your team, like, to Potato's point, will kind of cut out the bottom, like, 20-30% where you just auto lose because whatever, like, the matchmaking fucked you. So I think, like, I really think that they're, as a community, we need to decide.
There's maybe 5 people that queue rank that are like that, and like for everyone else, it's just like a toxic.
Right.
I think. Okay. I just wanna like circle back. That you said it. It's because, like, you know, when you recognize those names in the queues, I think we're all like high elo enough where like the queue or like the people we play with or and against are kind of like similar names we see or we saw, and like sometimes like I am not filling for the like the Iron Fist guy that went like 6-13 last game. Like fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'm good. And when I see Yover's the character, I'm like fuck. I forgot to avoid him, and he's back on my team. Well, I don't want to fill for him because he just ran my game down. You know,
Right.
but then there's some other case where like
Mills knows I'm about to start talking about EOMM, so he's trying to change the subject.
like sometimes like I'll have like the guy fill for me last game and like we did good and like we won. I'm like, you know what, I'll fill for you this game, like fair. You know what, like handshake. And
I
that's
think
fine.
I've asked a lot of DPS players this. Like, if I could say like, hey, would you fill if you 100% won the game? And like almost every DPS player would probably say yes. But the problem is like if you fill and you get like an inter DPS that like throws the game, like you won't fill for the rest of the day. Like fuck that, I'm not filling. Like because the cost of doing that is like you're sacrificing all your fun and enjoyment for a fucking loss when you would have won if they would have filled for you instead. Like that's like the worst feeling ever.
Exactly, bro.
Okay, so I want to talk real quick. So there's still more questions we got to get through, but this is an interesting stat. So I'm looking up at the win rates of the season Celestial Plus. So these are the top 3 heroes. I want to hear y'all's takes about this. The top 3 heroes based on win rate. So first with a 7.38 pick rate and a 57.39% win rate is Black Cat. That's the third highest win rate. Number 2 with a 20.8% pick rate and a 59.52% win rate is Mantis. And number
Penny.
1 with a much less pick rate,
Penny.
3.52%. Yeah, with a
that's Penny.
64.02% win rate. 64
That is
Penny
disgusting.
Parker.
That is
Penny
Broken
Parker.
character.
Penny Parker. So those are the top 3 from win rate. Now I know that pick rate matters. Like pick rate affects a lot of things, but yeah, Penny, Mantis, and Black Cat are 3 characters that are winning a lot of fucking games right now. What are your thoughts on these 3? Do you think that these are, fine characters to play? I asked Light what tier. I was like, hey Light, what tier is Black Cat? He's like, oh yeah, bottom of S. I was like, oh shit, bottom of S. Like I asked him like day 2 of the patch. And yeah, this character seems really good again. So what's y'all's thoughts on these 3 being like this dominant?
I think it definitely makes the most sense because like the low pick rate on Penny, it makes sense. But like once you play against one of those OTP Pennies that know how to do like the mines in the air, you walk back and you blow up. It makes sense that she has such a high win rate, and like a really good Penny who knows how to place their mines in a place that you cannot shoot is one of the most annoying things of all time. But like, it's not really a big issue for me because I play Torch and I can fly around, shoot the mines or
I was
whatever.
about to say.
But when
Natural
you,
counter, natural predator.
yeah, but when you play against a Penny, they ban Torch. So what do you do? Like, it's so
ban
difficult.
Penny, baby.
I'm playing a drinking game where every time Mike says torch, I got to drink. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Yo, Mike, who do you play? Who do you main, Mike?
Torch.
Oh shit! Well, we can't. Sponsors are not going to like this.
As someone who plays with a Penny player, like it's not.
Shout out Brandon.
What sucks is that shout out Brandon Gritch. What sucks is that most people like don't want to do the uninteresting things like destroy the nest. Psylocke is really good at destroying Penny nests, and she's also really good at destroying the bombs by just dashing over a lot of the webs. And like a lot of what I'll do when I'm playing Psylocke, which is really uninteresting, is I know where their locations are that they like to plant the bombs, so I dash over them to make sure that my team doesn't die, and then I destroy the Penny nests. And this is where I think like stats are very misleading. Is that I will have worse stats on the scoreboard, but I'm providing value for my team, and I'm helping enable my team. And the win rate for Penny is stupidly high, but usually each season my personal win rate against Penny is in the 60% because of the fact that like when you know how to disable her, she's very useless.
So
there's a lot of. Oh, what are you saying?
Penny is my number 1 ban when like my number 1 counter when I play with Death in Gaming. I let her through. Like we're good.
I'm gonna shoot the nest.
There's a lot of boring things. Like, I say boring, like a lot of necessary things you have to do against a Penny to win. I think a lot of people don't do those things. Like tanks should always be jiggling in and out of like any nest they see on the ground to like clear like all the nests because they won't die. So your support just doesn't walk up and just get murdered, but like a lot of tanks don't. Like there's a lot of things that like you just have to do. I feel like Penny's win rate might be a little inflated because like there's not enough, like people don't get enough practice against Penny. I mean, I do think the character is really, really strong and like.
They just pick her on defense, pick her on good maps. That's why.
What do you think, Tato?
So I think and I've been saying this since the game that shall not be named starts with O. There's like an archetype of character called like a gimmick character, where it's like they just have like a very unique interaction, and if you can beat the interaction, then the character is terrible. But if you can't, then the character will just run the game. It's like Penny. If you can break the nest and not step into mines, the character does nothing. But if that interaction happens, then hard carries the game. And because it's like a low pick rate character, like not a lot of people play the character, like you're playing the game normally, and I just died to mines. You know what I mean? And that's like insane value. Like the character is so broken, and I swear, like I get every time I see a Penny, I just say, "Oh, we lost." Like you get spawn health by Penny every game it's open. I swear every time.
Every game.
First point Penny.
It's bad.
You just insta lose, bro. This character.
Yeah, I've been banning her a ton. To be honest with you,
She's been my number one ban for 3 seasons.
You have to invest so much resource to go and break the nest, and then if the other team is good at the game, they're gonna know you're trying to break the nest, and then they can just kill you and try and do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I've banned more tanks this season than any other season. Like I banned a lot of tanks. I don't know.
I
don't
ban
know
Mantis
what y'all
every
are banning.
game.
Mantis, well, yeah, Mantis too.
Mantis
yeah.
but every game.
But,
my bans are Penny, Emma, Punny. That's my bans.
That's like a Hulk type of ban right there.
Funny.
Yeah, but you gotta ban
Funny.
around
Well,
himself.
I mean, Emma is the most picked tank by far. Like nothing's even close, and she's not like I mean I can play around her, but it's more just Penny with not like other counters. Like they can just chain their CC, and it's just I can't play the game. I can pretty much never commit if the Emma's good, and then Punny obviously with the infinite ammo. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think Mantis is just self-explanatory, no? Like,
Well,
I agree with Mantis. Probably my number 4 or 5 ban.
Yeah, I mean, she has 20.8 pick rate. That's not a small pick rate. Like typically, as a character's pick rate rises, their win rate will fall. Like if Penny was played in 20% of games, she wouldn't have that high of win rate. But the fact that Mantis has that high of pick rate and that high of win rate, and this is when, by the way, Luna, Cloak, and Invis all have negative win rates. But Mantis has like an overwhelming positive win rate. Like she's just like completely dominating.
Yeah, I just don't play her I just don't ban her because I play her. that's like when they like counter swap. I'm like, oh fuck you, I'll just go triple healer.
well, I think the problem I have with that hero is if I scroll on Twitter or I scroll on TikTok, everyone tells me that Mantis is terrible. You know what I mean? It's like every comment section on like the recent balance is like, oh, what? Ultron and Mantis need buffs. Whoa, what are we talking about? I just feel like it's either the majority of the player base playing them in like 2 support comp, and they can't heal bot. You know what I mean?
Say with your chest, Mantis players are bad.
No, it's not the Mantis. It's not the Mantis plays. It's not the Mantis plays. It's the players on the Mantis' team, because you don't have enough. You don't have as much healing to fix mistakes, and they're not going to get maybe as much value out of it.
Oh, I'm bad. I'm the bad one. Shit. I hate Mantis.
Okay.
On my team when it's not triple.
Here's a hot take that someone threw out in my stream today that was kind of crazy. There should be crossplay in Marvel Rivals Ranked.
Hell no.
That's what I heard.
no.
Well, because there's already console players. Let's go
No,
like
no,
TTK and console players. That's what they said. They should be a crossplay. Well, would that actually affect?
What about aim assist?
Would that actually? I mean, aim assist is if you're on console on PC, you get aim assist. So
Well, yeah, but
gonna
it's
keep the-
I'm pretty sure it's like a
reduced.
nerfed. Yeah, it's a much more
It's
reduced
reduced, yeah.
version.
But like
which
they could do it
should
like
be.
Apex, where it's like if you're playing on PC, you have a certain percentage of aim assist, and if you're playing on console, you have another. You know, that's
I mean,
what
it's
they
still
did,
absurd. It's still absurd. Like when I play against CTK, he's aimbotting his dick off on Emma. Like, come on, it's still insane.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know. I
still
thought it was
absurd.
great. Like I ran into these exact like the problems I ran into when I was covering Halo Infinite. It was just like every pro was on controller. Like not a single pro was on mouse and keyboard. Okay, it doesn't seem like anyone agrees with that one, so I'm just gonna move on. It was a wild take, but like they just want to play. But that's the thing is like that would be a really like casual thing to do because like he wanted to play with his friends. All of his friends had PC. He had console. He wants to play with his friends. He couldn't play with his friends in ranked.
You could make the argument that the console meta kind of negatively affects the higher ranked PC meta. I mean, that's kind of an interesting conversation
I
if we
agree.
wanted to go down that route. Because like Magic win rate, for instance, obviously like very high, and that's because the tracking sites I think count PC and console, right? So I do think that kind of matters. Like those kind of melee, like Daredevil is another one. Well, I think he's really good. I do think that and fantastic. Another one you usually see higher than what people value him on tier lists. So curious to hear your guys' thoughts if you think the maybe the console meta negatively affects the PC meta potentially. It's like kind of one of the things we
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I see it, and then, like, look, I'll try not to say any names, but every single person that comes from console to PC is either a melee one-trick or a predominantly melee player. And then you look at the leaderboards, or, like, what gets even played in, like, console MRC, it's like melee is way more dominant than hit scan on console. Like, way more so. And it's just because the aiming ability is weaker. Like, it's harder to aim on a controller than a mouse, or it's like less effective even with aim assist. So yeah, the metas are different. So if you had like crossplay, it would almost screw up what's strong, or it would almost make, I think, like, a console players would probably just be much weaker in PC lobbies just because of what they used to play.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, like, the argument is that it probably would hurt high ranked console players the most, right?
Yeah,
and
it would.
Everyone else.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying
the
to.
hardest thing.
Mike and Donnie, what do you guys think?
Well,
No, I think the exact same thing, bro. Like, deadass. Like,
Yeah, but didn't you just say you were like scared of the aim assist, but they all play melee?
Yeah, you get aim assist when you play melee characters. Like Magic
you
Dash,
do
you
as
get aim
well?
assist. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Like it's easier?
Wait, can you explain that? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure with that either.
You get aim assist on aim assist is global on a controller. Correct? I'm pretty sure this is. Why? What, you think aim assist turns off when you pick a different character?
No, but I just thought like the aim assist
Nice.
you were worried about is like on Hella or something, like you just like perma dink people.
Yeah,
and not, like,
mostly
on
the
Victor.
criticism I see with people about aim assist, at least in pro play, is like TTK never misses like a Magneto shot, like ever.
Or
Like
like
he'll
a
never miss a
crystal
Magneto
either.
shot, or he'll never miss a crystal, or like stuff that, like, there is margin for error for most people. There isn't any margin for error for him.
You get-
but like
I'm-
everyone can't be
I,
like TTK. By the way, it's not like it's easy to do this. But
Yeah, I'm not.
no,
saying
I'm just
that
letting
aim
the
assist-
people know. I'm not trying
Yeah,
to tell
yeah.
people. I'm
no
not just
one
trying to
in their
roast
right
TTK.
mind is like, oh, aim assist does everything. Like,
Right,
aim assist
right.
aim assist is a good,
it's not
is a
like
good
in
thing.
Apex or whatever.
You should have aim assist because a controller is just an objectively worse
Yeah.
input device than a mouse and a keyboard. Like, you need aim assist. If you didn't have aim assist, you couldn't play the game. Like, you would be handless, respectfully, to all my controller players on Rivals.
I know
didn't
this
have
is
aim
not like
assist.
this is not like a Marvel Rivals dev or anything saying this, but according to Google AI, yes, aim assist does apply to melee heroes on consoles. So Potato, yeah, that is correct.
I
don't
know. I know
if
that
that's
Yes,
depending
sir.
on the
trust it.
hero, not every
Our
hero
AI
wants it.
overlord.
But yeah.
There's one major weakness that players on controller have over from PC players is that they can't 180 in the same way.
Oh, yeah.
So what I used to do when I knew players, like when I played in games that where I could see the cam and I could see that someone was playing on a controller, I would play a character like Psylocke where I could dash behind them and they'd just be kind of screwed to whatever damage I could do. Like there's a significant, there's certain characters that for sure, like Magic or playing tank, that kind of like it balances out, but then you're limited on your hero pool because if you want a 180, you just can't. It's just that you don't have the speed to do so.
I feel like it would be kind of fun, like the Wild West. I'm not gonna lie. Like maybe like I just don't care because it won't affect me, but I just think it'd be kind of fun.
It would be fun. Yeah.
I guess.
But anyway,
Yeah.
So we had a pretty good pro. We had Trust Me on the pod a little while back, and a really good pro.
Pretty good.
And so
Hey, he's only a world champ. He's pretty good.
Yeah. And he said that part of the way that you win games is by stream sniping, banning the heroes that the person picks, thinking about the lobby,
Cheating.
Running trackers, and so
boring,
that's
so
cheating.
boring.
I knew I'd like
He said
Potato
so.
on this pod. We agree with everything,
so-
bro.
So the statement is trackers and stream sniping ruin competitive integrity and should be banned/bannable. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
I agree, but it's
Yeah,
impossible
it's
to
so-
enforce.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's
Yeah.
so
But right
boring,
now it's
though.
like you can just say he can say it with his full chest on a pod,
So-
and there's no penalty.
Wait, so I didn't see the clip, but can I guess what he said?
Yeah,
I guarantee he's like, yeah, it's bad, but you have to do it to win. Am I, like,
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, no,
exactly. Like, it's the same.
That was pretty much it.
no way.
Because I have to argue with these. I have to argue with these chuds every day about configs as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
yeah,
cheap.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if you, in my opinion, and I feel like this is like undefeatable. Surely everyone with a brain can agree with this. Anything you use outside the game to get an advantage inside the game is just cheating.
A lot of people
that's
don't see that. That's
Am I wrong?
that's like officially old school now from what I've seen. Like a lot of people are think like sniping is okay. I totally don't feel that way.
I agree with you, Tato. But from what Trust Me is saying is that he's saying that just like what you said, that it's not, you can't ever track those things like stream sniping. You can never actually track it.
Nope.
So from his point of view, it's like he's putting himself at a fundamental disadvantage when he knows other people are going to do it. And so like if he doesn't do it, he's not playing to win. Like if he's actually playing to win, he's going to do it just like everyone else is doing. That's his argument anyway.
I understand the argument.
It's
but
like
I just think
it's like Barry Bonds with the fucking steroids. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's doing it. You know, like you get it.
It's a bad argument. If your friend jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? Like, come on, bro. Can we just can we play the game?
But
So
NetEase has
corny.
no official policy on doing it or
Yeah,
no.
I mean they can't do anything. I mean
It's
we're
impossible.
deciding to stream the game with our open screen, so it's like we could all hide our screens, but then like I need to hide my music. Or not my music,
Mikey's
but
sleeping.
my game audio because
It is
now
boring.
they'll hear the Q pop and then the Tokyo 2099 music. Oh, we're in the same game.
Hey,
now I'm batting wolf. But
don't-
it's like
Don't underestimate the skill ceiling of avoiding stream snipers. It's pretty high, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I know.
employ a lot of
Jump to
tricks.
every fucking. But like
You
at least,
get-
at
you get
least
snipers,
at
Donnie?
least the tracker sites like
Yeah.
could it like the tracker sites like bypass privating and like still
it's
find
so,
you
like-
okay,
they could do
tracker
something.
brain dead.
But like
is brain dead.
NetEase could definitely come down and make it like a priority to like shut that shit down and like something.
Yeah, they
they
should do that.
should.
And I think the cringest thing is that the pros use it. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you
More
are
than anyone else.
yeah.
Pros
Yes.
use it more than any
Yes.
fucking.
Like,
they
bro,
stream
you're
snipe
a
more than
pro
everybody.
player,
Yes,
and you're
a
still
professional.
you're cheating.
supposed to be better.
Like,
So like,
yeah,
and
exactly.
if anything, like you should be able to play into everything. Like you'll get better if you do that. You'll get better if you play into an Iron Fist one trick, because what happens if he's meta next season? You know what I mean? Like, why as a pro are you like hard focusing on your rank? Like, I know it's fun to like hit a high rank. Like we all like grind rank. But, like as a pro, like your entire goal, unless you're streaming, because I think it's fun like to have a goal when you're streaming, like go for a high rank. Unless if you're a pro playing the game off stream and like you're target banning people and like you're using a tracker, then you're fucking shameless. Like that is boring.
But they need a win, bro. They need high elo.
Yeah, like they need the plus 18. Like, bro, what? You make money playing the game, just get better.
I think it's just I think it's one of those things where we can't expect NetEase to enforce everything, but collectively as a community, it should be one of those things where if we find someone using a tracker, it should be looked down upon. Like all of us should look at that and be like, yeah, that's lame. Because there's multiple games I've gone into where someone's used a tracker clearly to ban someone who's using a niche pick on my team, and they just end up losing anyway, because even the people in like the lower elos who are using the trackers, it's like, yeah, you're handicapping to give yourself an advantage, but then you get in lobbies you're not prepared for because you had to cheat to get your way up there. And now that you're up there, you have 21 deaths at the end of the game and you don't know what to do. And to see it especially like come from like the higher ranked players, it's like, yeah, you got rank 1, but you stream sniped and you used a tracker and you memorized banners. So it's like, maybe you got rank 1, but now there's an asterisk next to your rank 1 the entire time to me. Like, I don't care what rank you got if you got it by like using every dirty cheat you could do. Cause like, yeah, I am not mechanically the best player, but like I play, a fifth of the time at twice everyone's age, and I get to a high enough rank that I'm like, hey, I got this. I never used a config. I never used a stream snipe. I never, used a tracker. So it's like that rank is my rank. Like, to everyone else, it's just like if you get a rank using a cheat, that's not your rank.
I got a guy I play with, I do it with. I met him from my chat who says he hopes my Hulk gets banned all the time so I don't play such a dog shit hero every game. Like, he's like hoping for it. He's like, so I respect that though. I'm glad we're kind of all on the same page with that.
Yeah,
because
that's Mikey. You said you had something you wanted to say, right? You wanted to.
I was gonna say like, if somebody memorizes the banner, I think that's like, as part of the game as a banner. But like,
that's fine.
if someone's going out of their way to get like use an OTP tracker, stream snipe, do all that, I think it's like it should be looked down upon. But again, I think if they're memorizing a banner, it's in the game.
Well, I mean,
It's whatever.
I think an easy rule, I just said it before, is if it's in the game,
Yes.
yeah, fair play, it's in the game.
Yeah.
But if it's
I
outside the
agree with
game,
that.
bro, you are a cornball. Go play Roblox.
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Roblox Rivals.
We've come to this opinion multiple times in the pod. I wonder if y'all probably do agree. Is that like I feel like a lot of pros don't really act that professional. Like they're not really like they're like really they should be like representatives of the game. Like you know like
ambassadors.
They don't care about
like
ambassadors
ambassadors.
in this game.
No, they don't care at all. But like it definitely comes from the top down. Like NetEase has to kind of enforce it, and then like you know. Or they have to give people opportunity that do, you know, show the game in a good light, are good ambassadors, you know. Donatello,
Yes.
you know, people like that, like give people opportunities, you know, have them represented.
What would Donnie have done with the 150K that Cinna got for her tournament?
Wait, Mike, you're a fan or whatever is running again.
Wait, so what's the question? You want me to answer yours?
Would you have done the Senate tournament
Donnie,
any
I
differently?
appreciate you being here, even though you're sick. I know you're not feeling great, but I do appreciate you coming.
No, I think like all these events, like they're fun, but I think it's just I don't know if the other content creators, like, I mean, like all you guys and me, like sometimes I just feel maybe envious or jealousy, maybe because we're not in these tournaments, like when they just throw money at the bigger streamers.
Okay.
Is that the question, or am I like going?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say what you would do with the money, but that's a fair point as well. Yeah, I personally like. I
I thought that's
honestly
what
like.
you meant. I thought that's what you meant. Like if you wanted me like to host the tournament.
I mean, I'd be down.
As in like invite the Marvel streamers over.
Yeah,
like,
I get you.
The popular streamer. I thought that's where you were.
Yeah, like
going
if you
with.
hosted a tournament,
Well-
like who would you invite? It's
Yeah,
kind of,
exactly. I think I would invite I mean, the most fun I've had in the tournaments were the ones I've played it with, and the ones I played in were including pros and content creators. And I think having the mix matching was pretty fun. Maybe it's for me because like I enjoy like getting better and having like I played with like Aaron Mori and like Sparker and all these guys like Techie, so it was like a different game, you know, playing with these guys. So. For me, that was a lot of fun. So if I had to host my tournament, then there would definitely be pros and content creators as well, but mainly content creators from the game and not like
some random
bigger content creators.
But I think you'd also have to be kind of specific as to like, you know, communities tend to mimic and you know, copy the behavior of the people that they follow and the people that they watch. And a lot of the reasons, like I've said before, that I've had issues with like the way the pros, you know, conduct themselves. And this is not just unique to Rivals, but just like esports professionals in general, is that, you know, as you get older, like when you learn team sports, you learn sportsmanship from a young age and you keep that as you get into being an adult. But when you're a kid and you become really good at video games, you don't really have that sort of camaraderie or you know, teaching to like be a good sport. And, you know, when I see people, content creators or esports professionals like show such bad behavior, it doesn't help because then, you know, the community thinks like, oh, this is an okay way to act in game. And then for, you know, it makes it difficult because
We're
then
not
of course
gonna
your
name
matches are
names.
fucking shit.
I'll
Like-
name names. I don't give a
So it's like when like whenever you have like a tournament and stuff like that, people are like, some people are like, oh, why didn't we invite like these other people? I'm like, there are some people in the rival space that I'm like, I would absolutely not want to put on a platform. Like, but there's some great people that, you know, of all different ranks that are, you know, super awesome and they're fun to play with. That would be great. And I think that that's something that when it comes to creating any sort of tournament or esports professional scene, like that stuff needs to be taken into consideration. Because like I can say like if I was NetEase and I saw some of the behavior, the way people were talking about the game, I would just completely cut them from the scene entirely. Like, hey, if that's how you're going to act, then you're not good branding for our, you know, our company. So it's like we just can't have you. So it's like I want, you know, that kind of stuff to grow, but you can't grow it if people are, you know, behaving in ways that are unprofessional.
I think NetEase wants the Squirrel Girl main who plays 2 hours every month to host their tournaments. Though.
Okay,
Yeah. My bad.
Okay, so speaking of which, so this is there's only a few more hot takes. We're almost through them all. One of them is NetEase releases too many heroes too fast and needs to slow down to better balance and optimize the game. Agree or disagree?
I love a new character every month, bro. I love that shit so much. Like, the problem with the game that shall not be said, like the O game, There was never new content, bro. Like
Facts.
I swear that shit was like
Yeah,
the
true.
same
Yeah, it's
game
fucking
for like
terrible.
a
Holy
year, bro.
shit.
It was so
Yeah.
boring.
No, I agree.
And then another thing that I hate about that the game that Sean already said is they only started adding content like more as soon as Rivals started doing it, which like made me even started to jump
The
on
moment they had
sides.
competition.
Some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are leaders and others are
boring.
followers. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that
Yeah,
they
I agree with
have
Mike.
new content.
I think the balancing they do is good enough as to where they can just really like something every month is insane. I say this all the time to my
insane.
chat. If I think Rivals is one of the most pro-consumer, pro-content cycle, like has the most insane content cycle of any game that's out right now.
Yeah.
They release
Yeah.
a new skin every 2 picoseconds, and there's a new hero every month. I mean, like, what more can you ask for? I mean, yeah, sometimes balancing is terrible because of it, but like, bro, is it, bro?
Yeah.
That's
I'm curious about y'all's
bro.
opinion on the content, but like content has been performing, at least on YouTube, has been performing better than ever. Like since season 0, like content is so fucking insane right
Yeah.
now. Like it's doing so good. I don't know. Like it's.
Yeah.
I think that they had it was like 192K peak on Steam for Rivals.
Yeah, the
which
player
is like
counts
an
are
insane. Like what the hell?
I mean, bro, Mike gets a new Bronze to Eternity every season, every month. Like, come on,
That's
man.
true.
Like,
I just want
Shameless.
to shout out like Mike.
Shameless.
Mike lately, he's been grinding. Like Mike has been absolutely
Been on
killing
Mike
every
it.
is
every
YouTube
Tim the
Thanos.
Tap
Mike is
Man
YouTube
J3 video,
killing
rank
it.
1 everybody. Sheesh.
He's on
Yeah.
it, man. He was even spamming the dino, like.
That's actually wild that
Yeah.
you picked up Dino and we're that good at it so quick. That's
No,
kinda
real
wild.
ones remember Dom the Dino, bro. Real ones know Dom the Dino.
What were you saying, Dev?
I also want to add. I was going to add, like, from a dev standpoint, being someone who works on the dev side, people I think get too. They get too used to the idea of just like, oh, a hero every month or a skin this often is just that easy. Like they can just do that. Like there are months of work that goes into, coming up with concepts for a skin, going through the approval process, all the meetings that takes, and then it goes to like just creating all of this stuff. To come out with a hero every month or a skin as often as they do, and to do as much as they do, like Tato said, like this is a very pro-consumer company. This stuff is working at speeds that realistically, I can't imagine it getting done without people working a lot of overtime. So whenever
Or
people are mad at
Use AI,
or use fast track tools,
AI skins.
but like, yeah, like this is why I try to give the devs a lot more
I
credit.
got like a
where credit
million
is due.
fucking pictures to choose from for the thumbnail, Potato. Like
Yeah,
literally,
I was trying to give you-
like
can we-
fucking.
We should all do it in synchronization.
Sorry, Imperator was on a couple of weeks ago. He said that they should use AI for balancing. You made me think of it. That's why.
So Trust
No,
Me
no,
said that
no,
too,
no,
actually. No, Trust Me
Trust-
said
yes,
that too.
he
He
did.
said that too, actually.
No,
But,
no,
Remember
no,
that?
sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt.
no, but
Well, man,
My
the
whole point is
AI
the
is
fact
gonna
that, like-
the AI is gonna find all the slop takes on Twitter, and then they're gonna bounce the game from that. Like,
Well, no, it's like
You wanna-
based-
you wanna
like,
hear
just
my-
based on like pick rates and win rates. It's like
You
it
wanna
would,
hear
like,
my
take
hot
the
take?
data and like just
I've been
adjust
holding on
every
to this.
season or week or whatever the fuck.
let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Yeah, so like they can't have people just play their game and play against like computer trained AI. So part of the way they balance the game, and this is why they kind of let any player get to like any rank pretty much. And with this most recent balance patch too, is they're trying to basically it's like behavior manipulation through game balance, where like so now the shield or the brawl tanks will now go off to the side. They're trying to like basically fine tune it so that like everybody has like this addictive gameplay loop that they can just go through over and over again with like the way they balance the game. So like basically what I'm saying is that like each individual player, what you're encouraged to do is basically their way of designing like an advanced AI to keep people playing their game over and over again, like an addictive gameplay loop. So you're basically like trained by netties through the way they balance their game to repeatedly log on, play a lot, and
It's
yeah, I'm
fucking,
telling you,
it's
dude,
fucking working.
They
I'm
got
playing the
me,
game.
bro. They
I
got me.
read
I put
and
more
the
hours
and that
Coach,
PDF.
Coach, put the drink down, bro.
I know.
devs are a lot less interesting than I think people realize.
telling
Because
you,
like I am a developer. I've worked as a systems designer. I've worked as an artist. Like all of the
awesome.
developers are the same
that's
as
fire.
everybody here. We argue in office the same ways. Like we go back and forth, and a
Imagine
lot of
Captain
times
Coach
it's
is
just
a
like,
game dev, bro. Like in the office.
Oh my
You
god.
would save the
Hulk
game.
is OP.
You
Like,
would save
like
the
you
game.
have these like two
Please.
you have these two coworkers that you fucking hate because they keep buffing like Luna, and you're just fighting with them every time, but they outvote you 2-1. Like every time.
legitimately that happens.
Fucking no, they always just they get the go ahead.
Death in
I've gotten
gaming.
in so many fights at my jobs. Like no,
Yeah.
this is a terrible idea. Like it is just as heated in the office as it is online and everywhere else. So it's like, I promise you that whatever takes you guys have, there are people at NetEase that have the same things that you agree on. Like,
I mean,
and they go back and forth in the office
Yeah.
the exact same way.
Luna Snow just has to be like some dude's OC at NetEase. I swear.
There could be a lead over there that has a bias. Like
He got a body pillow.
that could be the case.
Some bounce guy.
yeah.
Don't we all?
That was actually Seb.
We got a body pillow.
We?
Oh shit.
Who is
Wait.
we, Mike?
Who is we, son? Who is we?
Death in gaming actually.
I saw Donatello laying the moves on like on stream like the game before he come on the pod. No, yeah, you were like you were having like an open conversation like Tatum was like clear comms or something. I was just hanging
It's
out.
when you're
there
playing with
with-
Mando,
with-
bro.
Yeah.
This guy.
Sheesh. Okay.
Yeah, about the dworking. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so here's one that's interesting. You should be able to see all end game stats in the mid game.
Oh, 100%.
No.
That's
Oh,
also
100%.
healing received as a stat. is
Like
another-
finals.
Oh,
and...
the
So you can
final
see
hits,
everything,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you can know final hits. You can know like all the data that you get to know at the end. You get to know.
I mean, why not? Why isn't it
Yeah.
like that?
I agree.
Actually,
Yeah. I don't
like
know.
why are
just-
they hiding the final hits? Actually, I just realized.
Maybe so people don't feel bad like when they fuck up in the first. I don't know.
I think
like you don't get
I
blamed.
think healing received because it would help both, right? Healing
Right.
received, it would help both. If you're not getting healed, you have proof, and if you are healing, you have proof.
Yeah, but
if
my
you're taking
DPS
too much damage, also.
It would.
Yeah, but if my DPS is like giving a blowjob to the Punisher ult, why am I going to get pinged for being like, why didn't you heal me more? Heal more. Like this is why, like, even though there's stats, that doesn't mean that the player base knows how to read stats. Like the amount of times that I see DPS being like, oh, my tanks only have 4 finals. Yeah, because I was in their spawn, ulting in their face to make sure they didn't touch the point to like to contest it.
Okay,
Like stats don't mean anything.
But it goes
As a
both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
no,
can
for sure.
use to defend yourself and to flame your teammate. So it's like,
But most players
Okay,
only
wait,
look
I
at
wasn't
one
gonna say
thing,
that
which is
part.
damage in finals. Yeah.
I think they should add objective time. I think that's like a
100%.
bro.
Yeah,
That one I can see.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Captain
I got
Coach?
gold objective time. Let's go.
As a
Yeah, we need
former
the badges. We need the
put the medals,
badges.
put the
I
medals
would
in the
like
game,
that.
bro.
I got gold.
You're
Yeah,
talking
no, I
bronze
was. I
damage
was.
right now.
Oh wait, no, that's ball. That's
That
ball.
was
That's
the
true,
most. That's
true.
the- That's like that is.
Death,
oh,
as a former game dev, don't you think more information, like power to the players, is almost always a good thing? Like a positive, like
No.
more freedom to figure out, make decisions, affect the
No.
outcome.
I don't think so. And technically still a game dev. Like I do not think that giving players more information is necessarily good because of the fact that they don't know how to read the information still to this day. Like, you know, it doesn't matter what everyone's stats are if there's one person that consistently dies first at the start of every fight, right? Like if you're walking up and your Daredevil dives in before your tanks do, and he dives in those 1v9 situations or whatever, and now you're down a player as you have to buy time waiting for him to come back, hoping he doesn't do the same thing 6 times in a row, which he will.
Hey.
Like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the game, he's going to be like, well, look how much damage I had. It's like, well, you know, yeah, at the end of the game, you have 9 finals, which is the most in the lobby, but you have 12 deaths and everyone else has 4. Like, still, to this day, people are looking at the stats like, oh, look at how much damage. Like, people just did that to me last night when I was playing Rogue, or I walked up, and as soon as I go to engage, both of my DPS die.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, well, now I need to leave because otherwise they're just going to walk the rest
Yeah.
of us down. And that would just repeatedly happen over and over again. They're like, oh, you didn't do enough damage. I'm like, when would I?
Yeah. So,
Like-
but like, what don't you think with that power, you of all people, being someone who's, you know, for the team, generally fills and is like a good teammate, would see that as an opportunity to be like, hey, let's figure this out. Let's work out this problem that we're having. Can you, don't you think there's a certain element of communication that would be introduced through the like introduction of
Extra
more
stats?
extra stats? Yeah, for everybody.
I think the
You-
scoreboard only exists to pad your own ego.
Because I feel like you're
Now,
only
all
looking at the
information-
negative here.
facts.
No, Yeah,
Yes.
the
Okay.
only all
gonna
the
need
information you need is happening in game, and you should be able to see that. That's where your game sense comes in. Your stats don't mean shit. Like I said, if I spend the entire game marking a Black Panther or a Daredevil, but they don't do their job and we win the game, then I don't give a shit what my stats are. I've always been one that said your stats don't mean everything. Like, look at the strategy, look what's happening. And when I'm playing the game and I see like, oh, someone in the enemy team or like someone on my team got a pick on the enemy team. Like if I'm playing and Tato gets a pick, a Psylocke on the enemy Hela, I'm like, oh, I'm going to start playing much more aggressively, knowing that it's a 6v5. And then when I see that second pick, I'm like, we're going to walk down the rest of them. The only thing you need to see is what's happening in game. When I hit tab, I'm looking to see everyone's ult charge. But I know and I recognize that when I'm looking at my team comps and I see that my Venom is only 2 and 3, but that convoy hasn't moved at all, I recognize that that's because the Venom has been jumping on that convoy repeatedly and distracting the supports. Like, the stats in the game, like, like sometimes it shows what you did, but most players only know how to use it to sit there and compare and say, well, I actually didn't do that badly because look at how high my damage and look at how high my finals are, look at how high whatever. Like, the amount of Buckies who are like, oh, look at how many finals I get. It's like, do you understand what the definition of again is? Like, yes, you are going to have a lot of finals when you clean up fights. Like, that's what you do. And same as when I play Psylocke, I steal finals from people. That's what I do as Psylocke. But all the information that people need to see is happening in game. That's not when you hit tab. It's like, if you can't see what's happening in game, then like that's why I think that the scoreboard actually just hurts us more personally. But I don't know. I know that's a hot take. 'Cause I like if there's a way around that, I'm not sure.
I mean,
It's pretty interesting.
People are gonna misuse like any amount of information. I think like
Yeah.
There's
at
always
least
going to be a
for high
toxic
elo
element.
players though, like I feel like they could probably use that data like at least
Yeah.
reasonably well.
I'm gonna
Maybe
need
not
that.
jump to conclusions so soon. Yeah. I did have a fight, like, I think it happened the other day where I jumped in backline as Venom. Phoenix team up, beat ass, made them pocket each other. My team killed the front line. And then I jumped back to get healing. And then, like, eventually my team walked up and killed them. So, like, everyone on my team had, like, 4 to 6 kills, and I had 0. I was 0-0-0. Like, I had no assists, no kills, a whole bunch of damage. And, like, then we lost the next fight, and it just looks like my dumbass is feeding. But, like, we won the game. We won the whole fight. Like, I made both
Like,
supports.
yeah, like for example, there are characters that are prone to getting a lot of stats, and then there are characters that don't get any stats. Like if I'm playing Star-Lord, I get 6 KP or I get 6 eliminations. Sorry, like the not final, like the number, just kill participation every fight because you just spin on the whole team. But like if I'm playing Wolverine, I only get 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
but that one could be the reason why you won the fight in the first
I
place.
understand.
Exactly,
I understand what you're saying, right? But there are certain situations where like to properly understand what is happening in the whole game, you need that information on the scoreboard. Like you need that to read the match. Like
Figure
I had-
out how to change your play style.
yeah,
or-
to figure out what needs to change. Like for example, if I had the healing received stat, if I had it, right, then I could confirm a question for myself. You know?
Yeah.
Am I getting looked at?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
I
think-
should
I think
ask
that
to get
more-
looked at a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that more people would abuse it than more people would understand how to use it is, I think, my argument. Like, I am sure that you could be able to interpret the data, but majority of player base is just going to use
you're
it
right,
to
you're
just
right.
say, like,
People do
that's
that
not
already.
my
People-
fault.
That's a
people
valid
do that
take.
already.
Yeah.
I actually see an argument. Like, what if they added they track when everybody on your team is alive, and they add a first to death or first kill stat. So the thing that
first blood. Yeah,
First blood.
right, like
That
first
could
blood.
be interesting because those actually do matter way more, right?
Yeah.
Every one of us can agree that if the person
Jimwood
who
gets
dies
first
first
blood
is going
every
to set
game.
your team back.
Every fight.
Yeah. Like, anytime you get a first kill in a fight, like, that's kind of a huge, like, that's actually a good argument to, like, include important stats like that because, but also I don't know how they would separate it, but, like, first kill, staggers,
It would get a little
but also-
murky. I feel like.
Yeah, there's just so many things that happen where like say you're playing a Rocco, the first convoy is about to cap. You're on offense. You're playing Hulk. You jump into their spawn door. You ult at their spawn. Now they can't walk out. You're going to cap specifically because of the space that you're creating. You have low damage because you're a tank. You have 0 kills to show for it, but you know that play was what won you the game.
We call those tactical ints. That's what we call those.
Exactly.
Yes.
And tanks know to do that.
Yeah,
but,
I do that. I do that a
at
lot,
the end
but
of the
most people
game,
just say I'm throwing the game.
yeah, the game will end, and your DPS will say that like your DPS with like 16 deaths are going to say you didn't get enough finals as like, well, you were dead the whole game. Like you're my damage. I can't do anything with you dead. So it's like people already just don't know how to read stats, and they don't know even necessarily how the game is played up until the highest levels.
So let's take that argument to its logical conclusion. Should we take away stats? Is there any stats we should take away? Should we not even allow you to see how much damage your team or healing your supports are doing? Because like other games have done that, where you don't even get to see any of those stats. Like not
you can
a
only
single
see
one.
your own, right? Now?
Yeah.
Until the end, yeah. You
Until
only
the
see
end.
yours.
I think what we have now is enough.
I mean, you see the kills.
Yeah, I
Wait,
think
you can see how many finals you have?
No.
No.
Oh,
you
okay.
can't
I was about to
see
say.
your
I was about to
teammates'
say. I was
damage.
like, I've
You
never.
can't see your teammates' damage. You
Yeah.
can't see your teammates' damage.
I think what we have now is good. I would like more, but I understand people use stats to just glaze themselves and to blame other people.
Yeah.
The vast majority.
Imagine those average Twitter takes you see. Imagine that they have stats.
Yeah, Kitasan is
and how
posting
they
10
would
times a day
interpret
if you put that. Like,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
see that
like-
posted perma,
Okay,
bro.
so we've kind of so I'm gonna ask y'all a group question after this to wrap things up, but this is the last like actual hot takes question that we have on the pod. So it's performance MMR should be entirely removed from mid plus elo in Marvel Rivals. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
how'd that not hit? Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
good.
I think MMR should just be reworked as a whole. I come from League of Legends, and like the MMR system is way different.
Oh,
Way different. I don't know if anyone here played League of Legends, but
played
like,
League.
Yeah.
Yep.
let's say you start out on a Smurf account, okay, in League, and I think they still have placement matches. Let's say I go to and win 10 placement matches, and I'm placed in gold, and then I'll win like 2 games where I destroy the lobby because obviously I'm not a gold player. Well, my MMR will like skyrocket, and 2 games later I'm still gold, gaining a lot more elo, but I'm playing into diamond lobbies now. So like I have a gold border playing into diamonds. And, like sometimes what would happen is that you're at like plat rank, which like okay, let's put it like plat is the same as plat in League, and then you'd be like in a GM lobby because like your MMR, you're like the game already knows what your real rank is.
yeah.
But like Marvel doesn't do that. It's like they don't know what rank you are. Like, I could go on a fresh account and drop 70 kills on Bucky for 10 games in a row and be placed silver 2, and then I still need to win like 30 games to go up. I think it would fix a lot of the people like complaining about Smurfs in their game, because you do your 10 placements, and if you do them properly, then you would already be like GM MMR.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's not.
Like,
There's,
yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
they,
MMR.
They
Basically-
eventually
there's-
did that for Overwatch, like at the start.
Yeah.
They didn't do it, but they did. They did that
But
too.
Marvel just doesn't have an MMR system.
That's actually
it has a
interesting
rank
that they
system.
don't. They don't
that's it.
place you based on your MMR at all, which is
Yeah,
very
no,
weird.
there's no MMR in Marvel.
I think they have it, but it's super behind the scenes. And
Well,
I
they
think
they
This
did
guy's
talk about
like
it. It's really
every
minimal.
conspiracy captain coach. Every conspiracy, bro.
MMR is just your rank. Like, there's no like, you don't have like a hidden rating. Sorry, like in League.
Yeah.
Like League discovers your rank through your like stats. Marvel doesn't.
I don't want to go too far. I agree with you, like everything you said, but like I think the hidden rating is almost how almost every single like match where you feel like you just can't win is. I think they factor like your win rates and how much you've actually like there's if you view your rank as like almost like a parabola, like where you like the highest rank is like you're unlikely to get there because it's so like you're just like really that's like where your skill level is, right? And everybody has like a different peak. Then when you're in games where the engagement system will say that you're not, like you might log off here, they literally will match you with worse players. Like I'm a full believer in EOMM. So like when Donnie mentions MMR, like I think it's in the game, but I don't think they utilize it in the way that they should to help players. I think they use it to get players to play more.
Yeah.
That's personally how I feel. I know like people are split, and I always bring this up, but I really do think it is like a really big problem with the game. Because I think it takes away from the competitiveness a little bit. Because I think League system's not perfect. It's not like a true ELO system. Like they actually used to have it back in, I want to say season 3. Donnie, by the way,
Yeah.
how long have you been playing League? I didn't know you played League.
Old map. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah.
But-
So that's I think
Yeah.
that is.
So how
actually,
long
like,
have you been
season 3.
sober?
Oh shit!
Kick the habit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I No, I get where you're coming from. I do think they could benefit from a more like traditional elo system, but they're never going to do it.
Nah,
No.
they won't.
Nah, it's too casual of a game. I don't think they would ever do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that the combination of the fact that there's kind of like those soft resets that place you back, and there's placement matches, and the season's so short. Like performance SR helps people get back into those higher ranks quicker. So that's kind of like the trade off of having like seasons so short. So if you were to change it to where the SR gains were more consistent, you probably have to have slightly longer seasons, and maybe that's another conversation of like whether or not they want to do that. Because whatever you do in gaming, when you change one thing, you're going to affect everything else in another place. And I do think that performance, the big problem what you have with like match quality is some of the performance SR, because if you can climb on DPS by just pumping damage, naturally you'll get more for your wins and less for your losses by doing trash damage. Whereas like for me, my playstyle has always been I'm gonna win less SR and lose more, but I will win more games overall because of the fact that I'm going to look at the strategy of it. Like I said, like marking a player is sometimes going to get you way more value than trying to pump damage. And that's my preferred type of play style. But like when I get into games where I have those people, like I said earlier, like if you're pumping damage and you're charging enemy support ults, you're actually, all that damage is actually making things harder on your team. And you don't understand and don't realize that, because you get into the game, you're like, well, I got SVP, so I couldn't have been the reason that we lost. It's like, but yeah, you 100% were. So, I think that they definitely need to change the system, because you can design it in a way which incentivizes good play, but currently it's not incentivized in a way to encourage good play. Like it's incentivized in a way to encourage selfish play. So, if there's a better way to design the system, I think that they should look into that, because I do believe that a big reason why your matches feel as crappy as they do is because most players are autopiloting to what they think they should be doing, and most have no understanding of how the game is actually played. Because, as someone who understands like the resource trade back and forth coming from Overwatch, I am always one where, when I'm playing Captain Coach and I'm playing DPS, I'll wait 1 second because I know he's going to play super aggro and he's going to jump in. And I'm going to wait, and I'm going to see all the resources come out, and then I'm going to come in right afterwards. I'm going to steal my kills, and I'm going to get out. But I'm going to have 1,000 damage in 2 finals, and it's not going to look very good on stats at the end of the game, but like, who cares? I won. So, I do think they need to change it. I just don't know necessarily how, because it's going to affect everything as well.
What do you think, Tato, about performance MMR? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's just an objectively better rank system. Like, obviously, you shouldn't have people because there are people who pick up the game for the first time, and they're already a GM player within the first 10 minutes, and then they have to slog through like all of the ranks.
Well, just for for high elo, because like performance still takes into account. Like if you're an overperformer in high elo, you think that system should stay? Is that you do?
I like.
So you think like, because what the main argument against it is, you have people that don't play to win. Like they don't do things that will they have things that they do. That
I know what you're saying.
Benefits that's instead of like trying to like actually win the game.
I don't think that's realistic. I think there are people who everyone to some extent, unless you're like a troll, like to some extent everyone plays to win. Now some people don't play a team game, but everyone's playing to win to some extent, and some kind of performance-based MMR system should calculate.
Well, because a performance-based MMR system is one of the reasons why like people can climb to Celestial on a negative win rate, for example. Like that type of thing would never happen in a different rank system, but there are people with negative win rates that get to Celestial.
I think in this game, this is just like always going to be the case. It's like a necessary evil for the way that like the rank system is made in Rivals.
I think this is probably the first thing I've disagreed with you on, Potato. I we mentioned it earlier with tracking, like Mike said, like objective-based stats. I think that is something that if even there's a slight bit of advantage that goes to people who don't play for 100% trying to win, then I don't think it's a system that should ever be in the game. That's just kind of my viewpoint. I think winning is the only thing that should matter, and we shouldn't trust it up to whatever their measurements are for determining who gets what.
How does the system know you played right or wrong? Like if it didn't result in more wins, then was it actually the right play? Like,
well, I think you could. Oh, no, you can speak. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, one of my favorite things to do as Rogue is like, I'll use my mobility to go all the way back to the enemy spawn and grab use my ability absorption to grab Strange to cancel his TP, and that'll be the game-winning play. But it's, fucking 25 damage or whatever the grab is. Like,
Yeah.
that's not seen as good performance, but that was that. Or my ultimate is being the one that negated the support ult that helped when my DPS pop off and get kills. My DPS gets the damage and gets the kills, but it was my play that enabled it. So that's why the reason why, like, what is a good performance? Like, I don't think the devs understand that either.
I would hear.
Can I?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I think more like 99% of the time, the scoreboard pretty accurately depicts what happened in the game. I'm just gonna say how it is. I don't know if it's no. I don't know, man. I feel like I used to think that wasn't. I used to think that wasn't the case, but the scoreboard does say a lot, and I think you could engineer a system to hand out elo XYZ based on that, and it could be fairly accurate. I think you could do that for rivals. I don't think it's an unrealistic thing to say that. I think it's a little bit. I don't think the word is pretentious. I think the word is like Dunning-Kruger effect. I think it's a little bit Dunning-Kruger effect to be like, the scoreboard says nothing, and you can't depict anything based on that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a little bit too far.
You're kind of you called me a conspiracy theorist earlier. You're kind of describing the exact behavior modification I was talking about to get people to play a very specific way to have the games feel more or less similar to all the other ones, so they have like this kind of like litmus that they can kind of compare to.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But
so
like once again,
that's
like
not beneficial to the highest.
Yeah, I agree. But what I was saying before, I think the what we have right now is completely fine for rivals. I don't think it needs to I don't think we need an MMR system. I'm just saying that I see the advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they could.
I get it.
And it would be, and I think it could be good. But it'd be like too
Well, I mean, there's a reason. Like
intricate.
A lot of people think, like from the outside looking in, that the Marvel Rivals competitive system is like really uncompetitive in comparison to a lot of other.
Well, it is.
Systems.
I should be honest.
Right? Yeah, I know. But this is one thing they could do to change that and like make it more competitive. Like that.
I think
I mean, it's not the only way they could make it more competitive, but it is something that they could do to make it more competitive. There's a lot of games like Valor, for example. Once you get to a certain rank, you no longer get you get very minor performance bonuses, if any at all. So, like, it's plus or minuses. Like, winning is, like, the ultimate objective. Like, because, like, if Valorant's a big example of, like, yeah, you could run around on Reyna and just, like, frag out and, like, get top frag. But that's, like, has nothing to do with whether or not you're winning the game or not. Like, playing strategically, like, holding your sight, controlling space, planting bombs. Like, these things are more important. Like, winning the game is more important. And that's why they, like, in the low elo, getting high kills is reflective of your skill, but in like everyone in Valorant, like any Immortal 2 shitter that's running around on Reyna getting high kills, it's like they're not carrying the game. Like they're not doing shit for you. Like that's the thing. Like that's kind of like it's not always true, like you said, but it could be true. And like that's I don't know, like you're still gonna win more games and like you're still gonna climb regardless of a performance system or not, right? Like you're still gonna have a positive win rate.
Like something that is important to remember too, because like we've all me, Captain Coach, and Coach Mills have all experienced the solo tank tax, where like you can't do damage, especially in comparison to the other people in the lobby. You can't, do as much because your job is literally just to survive. You're gonna win a game solo tanking, you're gonna get plus 17 for it. So it's like the system that's in place is just kind of is flawed and biased towards certain stats, which has been pretty clear. And it just kind of sucks to be on the receiving end of that, where it's just like, me as a DPS player that would love to fucking play DPS, I don't mind filling, but when I fill, I also get punished for it twice as hard. It's like, well, this fucking sucks. Like,
what do you think, Mikey? I know you played a lot of Dino. Like, how do you feel about like that, like situations where you're like as a solo tank, you feel like you can't do as much, and then you don't farm stats because you're like trying to just like play the objective and stay alive.
I feel like Dino was a little bit like weird because I'm pretty sure the numbers were that was wrong, but like every time I would get like 40 kills, 0 deaths, but since I didn't get MVP, I got like plus 18 or 19 sometimes. Like it really wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I swear Dino would never get
sense.
MVP. It's like
You could get it.
My guess is that they were getting them all in the lower ranks from like the stats in the lower ranks were just like way better because people would just face tank them or whatever. That was my guess for it, but just
So, reading the room. So, how many of y'all actually like watch like Marvel or comic book like Marvel shows and movies? Do y'all actually do that? I have a final question, and it kind of depends on whether or not you do or not a little bit. Okay, well, I'm going to give you you can answer this question too. This is going to be the final question, kind of wrapping things up. So if you could bring a character from like any Marvel comic and like make him a DPS, because I know you're DPS players, like, well, who would it be? And then alternative, you could answer both questions, is if you could bring a ultimate or ability from any other game and bring it into Marvel Rivals, what would that ability be? You can answer both, one or the other. Go for it. Ricky. Go for it.
I think I'm stuck between two characters. I really want to see Quicksilver. I feel like that's like one everybody likes, or like a super fast character. And I think number 2 would be Silver Surfer. I just think he's like a badass character. I've always thought Silver Surfer was cool. I don't know what he would do. And then for the ability, this was gonna be kind of crazy, but I forget the one guy from Valorant where his shot goes through the whole map or something, like
Sova.
Oh, you're
like
talking
a-
about Sova.
like a
yeah,
Sova. Like I think a Sova type of one would be like, I think it would be pretty cool.
Like
I
a
don't know.
railgun
That's just me.
piercing.
Yeah, like a railgun. I think it would be like if you could shoot like from your spawn and you get like a crazy like shot through the whole map or something like that. I feel like that'd be a crazy cool ability, or like ultimate ability at least.
Yeah, someone trying to run back to spawn and you just snipe their
Yeah, like I feel like the
that'd
clips
be
on that
actually
shit
cool.
would be
That would actually be
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they could kind of, it's kind of like that Hawkeye team up with the ice arrow, but like an ultimate, you know?
Yeah, like an ultimate that's just like it's like a slow beam. I don't think like an insta shot would be good. I think like a slow one shot, like bang across the map, and then if it's anybody
Exactly
kills
like
them.
so,
I
but
think.
that would actually be kind of sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have one they thought
What
of?
about you, Donnie?
I mean, I wanted to say Quicksilver as well, and I'm not gonna lie, the ability is like, you know, the I think it's from the X-Men, like the scene where he goes like in slow mo, like he's running like too quick, but like it slows everything down.
If I
He's
could
got like
save
his
time.
glasses.
In a
yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be
How,
like
I wonder how
pretty
they would
cool.
do slow mo. Would it be like an aura
Yeah,
around
I
him
have
that like
no
slows
clue.
people down if they're in it, or would you like
That
literally
shit would
like
be
fucking?
some
Would you
bullshit like
actually
that, bro.
quick time the entire lobby? Like everyone's moving in fucking slow motion.
No,
I feel like
bro,
they would
like,
make him
maybe.
like Tracer. Would
But
they not
you would
make
just
him
like
Tracer?
imagine you're trying to play the game and then your Quicksilver makes you go in 2 FPS. Like, bro, no, bro.
No, imagine if someone has like a rewind ability. Holy shit, the entire lobby gets rewind. Like they could do
that
some
would be
wacky
crazy.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
do
yeah.
some
That would
wacky
actually be
shit.
insane. Imagine you get a 6K and then this guy just like rewinds it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
That would be tough. That would
That
actually
would
be
actually
tough.
be.
Oh, that would make
I feel like
me
I'd be pissed off if I got like a 6K
exactly,
Iron
that's
Man
what I'm
to
saying.
rerun that
Yeah,
shit. I'm
that's
like,
great.
oh.
That is actually crazy. Any thoughts, Tato? Any ideas? Just need a couple seconds to think.
No, I've had a theory for a character. Do you know Taskmaster? He's like a street level
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
He's
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite. He's my favorite Marvel character, and I always thought it'd be cool to have a character in the game that could see enemy cooldowns. So because I don't think it would be too OP, because this is something you can just do in your head. So like I don't think that would be too OP. So like imagine like you play Taskmaster, and then like above the enemy team's health bar you can see like their cooldowns, like little boxes, and then you can just relay that info to your entire team, like Cloak No Bubble or Loki No Lamps, even if you haven't seen it. You know what I mean? So
That would actually be fucking insane.
That's a new one.
Permaban.
that's
permaban,
a
permaban,
concept. That's a
permaban.
concept that
Yeah.
I've thought of.
That
for
would
a
be a
long
sick
time.
patch.
I think that would be
actually
dope. I think that would be dope.
That would be really cool.
That's actually an interesting mechanic because, like, I mean, they gave Daredevil wall hacks, so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
can't go
And
crazy.
I don't think it would be too OP because it's something you can do by yourself. You can like utility track by yourself.
Yeah, it's
But,
not, that,
yeah.
that broken.
It's not that broken.
It's like a nice passive to have.
Yeah, like that would be his passive. You can just see their cooldowns above their head, and then like, you know, maybe you can get a buff if they have less cooldowns or more cooldowns or something like that. Like leaning to that whole
Maybe it's like
animation.
glowing.
Slow
You
their,
can see
slow
them.
their
Yeah.
cooldowns be tough.
Yeah, that was the next thing I thought of is like
Wait,
you can
that's sick.
influence their cooldowns somehow maybe.
That's so
that would
sick.
be sick actually.
And it goes into his lore because like that's his whole thing is that he's like he copies and sees everyone's stuff. Well, you know what I mean? Like he studies everyone's powers.
So would you-
taking that a step further, what would his like ultimate be for that character? That kind of character. What would you think?
So his ult would be like he gets like a heal, not like a like a support ult circle around him, and then if you step inside that, it like screws with your abilities somehow. Not that you can't use them, like maybe it lengthens the cooldown, or maybe it like scrambles the cooldowns. Like this game is
that would
goofy.
be-
This game is
that would
stupid.
be actually dope.
Like
That'd be
maybe it
actually
like
dope.
randomly RNG like Loki lamp is on like what a 30-second cooldown, but instead it's like your teleport that's now on a 30-second cooldown. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I actually like that. I actually like that idea. I think it's
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I like that. I like that.
That would be sick.
Netty's
Yeah,
get
that's
him in the
my
studio.
pitch to
Yeah,
Netties, bro. That's my pitch.
that's
Put
a-
Taskmaster
I've been-
in the game.
That's
I've
actually-
been saying
good
to Mills
mechanic.
for a
I've
while.
been saying
I
this for
need more
seasons.
blue type spells like that are just kind of like weird and not necessarily all mechanics, but more about
Right,
just,
not
like,
just
how you
sustain,
strategize.
but like some type
I
of
really like
strategy
that.
thing, yeah.
I think we should add more screen color.
Oh, don't worry, it will go and like you can
Yeah,
fucking see.
like your whole
Yeah,
PC
so-
turns off, and then
We didn't
playing
even
this
talk
game
about
with
the fucking
3D goggles,
the clutter
bro.
thing, bro.
Bro, 2 Jubilees, and then you get Deadbolted.
Oh Jesus!
imagine
Yeah,
like a torch flames, penny mines, jubileol, and then just like an Ultron drone.
And
Like, what are you
DD
doing,
ult,
bro?
so you're
Like,
blind as well.
yeah,
How do they even
yeah,
fix
yeah.
that shit? Do they make it like things are transparent slightly? I don't even know.
I think Mike's is probably the #1 Rivals fan. I think it's like confirmed here. Like every bad thing
Yeah.
people say about the game, he's like, nah, more of it. It's
Yeah,
better.
more,
It's
more, give me
best.
Give me more.
Keep add more
Nah,
to
they
it.
need to put you on
Yeah.
the cover of the fucking game, bro. Holy shit. Let's go.
Get those torch sunglasses, the skin.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
No,
it's
they need to
funny.
put some setting in the game to get rid of clutter, bro. It's actually bad. I was.
I think they
Yeah.
should there's a way should be like turn it down, but like not all the way up, but just like a turn it down a little bit, bro. Because it's too much sometimes.
I think it's
bro.
the colors. I swear it's just the colors.
Bro, I
Because
swear it's just Deadpool.
is it?
This character has so much.
Yeah.
shit.
Bro, but I swear,
When
like,
he throws
even-
the boomerang on you, bro. Can't see anything.
I'll keep saying this every pod. I want to be able to set all skins to default skins, like on both sides. Like I want to be able to just me seeing it. I can see
Client
the
side,
opponent,
yeah,
so
client
I like,
side, yeah.
Yeah.
so they don't look
Yeah,
like all the
yeah.
fucking same character or
Yeah,
whatever.
sure.
Like I
Yeah,
get lost,
especially like
sometimes.
Cloak and Luna.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Invis,
You
Bro, I
get
swear they
them
all
on
look
the-
the
you
same.
get them on the
I
right
swear they all look the
combination of
same, bro.
skins, and you can't tell anything.
Yes,
Like, you just
yeah.
can't.
I
wanted
would
that in
equip
League.
I would equip the rogue wedding skin because of how often people would think I was a support and attack me as
No
a tank.
facts.
Like,
Bro, I've
yeah.
Pay to
dove
win.
a
I'm
rogue,
putting it
bro.
in the
Bro,
title.
genuinely,
Yeah.
when the
Marvel
Emma
Rose is pay to win.
when the Emma swimsuit came out, I thought she was like Sue or Luna. When the first time I saw her, I was like,
same.
and then I dove in, I get grabbed by Emma. What the fuck?
Bro.
yeah.
Imagine how bad it was in League with now like 170 characters and
Yeah.
there's
we're
20
getting there.
skins
We'll get
for each
there.
hero.
We'll get there in like a
We'll
year.
have a
can't
reunion
wait.
pod
We'll
of this
get
in a
there.
year, and it will be.
We'll get there in 4 more months.
No, shit, we're gonna get this
League
like really
was
quickly.
confusing, actually.
What, Des, what about
bad.
your character and mechanic from a different game?
Oh man, I think it would either be cool to have like Nightcrawler X-23 because I want to have like a melee hero,
Fuck yeah.
like a melee DPS, but I also want one that's a little bit more like quick and nimble, not one that's like a tank buster or something. But I also just love Nightcrawler. I think like his ability to like teleport and move around would be really fun because like I played when I was playing Overwatch as a tracer main, so
I thought you were gonna say
mobility and
Lifeweaver.
blinking.
Okay, yeah. No, just kidding.
No, no, that
you
was-
get to grab.
Tracer main for most of my time, and you know, being able to blink around and just like that ability, her ability to blink and reposition so quickly was
Ooh, that could be cool
so
for
much fun.
Nightcrawler, actually. Just
Right. So it's like not an
stutter-stepping
ultimate
places.
ability, but literally just the blinking part would be really cool for Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
That would be
'Cause-
sick.
you
That'd
could
be
What
dodge
does
a
he
lot
do
of
in the
things.
movies? He just goes behind people, right?
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
can just teleport. So,
Instant
yeah.
transmission.
You need to watch X-Men 2. If you've never seen X-Men 2, just watch the first 3 minutes of X-Men 2. That shit is fire. It's just a Nightcrawler
Yeah.
scene. It's like one of the best like Marvel scenes ever, or
Yeah, it's fire.
superhero scenes. Yeah.
The White House one?
yeah,
Is
the
that-
White House one. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking insane. Like if anyone hasn't seen that movie, it's so insane.
So I'm gonna go watch that.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna show my daughter X-Men for the first time today, actually. So it's gonna be sick. We'll see if she
Oh, that's
likes it.
exciting.
Nice.
Wait,
Nice.
is
I,
X-Men the one where that blue lady turns to other people, or is that like
Yeah,
different?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
it's
this guy's
Mystique.
thinking
Yeah.
of, bro.
Yeah, that's Mystique.
Did you just
yeah.
see that
Oh,
blue lady?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know her name, bro.
That's
you
Jennifer
gotta
Lawrence,
watch
bro.
'em. No,
I just
not
know, like,
originally,
like-
no, not in the beginning movies. It was a different actress.
Wasn't it Rebecca Romaine the first
yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just hoping they add Mildoc.
Oh my fucking
Modoc?
God.
Modoc?
Modoc.
Yeah.
So I can shit post Coast
my-
Mills'
my-
Twitch chat when he
that's
does the
a-
unranked, the Celestial,
my fucking
Eternity.
God, bro.
What above all, Mildoc?
Or
That's
who
That's
made
my
that-
answer.
Who made that character, bro?
He looks like
Lost our
that one guy
minds with that guy.
from
the Ant-Man
Lava
movies.
Girl and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No, he does. He
That
does
big
look like
guy?
that.
Yeah, yeah.
He does.
That's why. Oh Jesus Christ. Well, so what was yours, Captain Coach? What was your character like, or like mechanic?
Oh, I always say the same one. I want melee anchor tank Thanos.
Damn.
With, like the sword, but so I
He
just pick a new
snaps
one every
away off
week.
the team.
Oh, I'd love that. I just do the supports every time. There's no supports on either team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think like my number one mechanic is, I still think Octane's jump pad from Apex. I just love the idea of just being able to like yeet an entire team like where they shouldn't belong.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
Like a whole team.
Is that like Junkrat shift?
Yeah.
Like the mine thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they throw it on the ground and it launches everyone forward and they get a second jump. So like and anyone can use it, enemies and you. So like you could throw it down and you like imagine like your Emma jumps on it and like fucking bounces into their back line.
Oh,
but like
yeah, that'd be tough,
everybody,
actually. That'd be tough.
like a whole team of 6 could just be flying at you.
It's like a launch pad from Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I know that.
Oh,
I had to put it in his language. I had to put it in his language. I got you, Mike. I got you.
But yeah, no, that would be sick. Yeah, and for heroes, you know, it could like put that on any character, but I really want to see like Doc Ock though in this game. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
A lot of Spider-Man
That'd be
villains
cool.
would be
Facts.
sick, but Doc Ock would be dope.
Just put more villains in the game, bro.
Yeah,
I
I swear
swear.
there's no villains
Just
right
put
now.
more
Yeah.
villains in the
Villains.
game.
Yeah, true.
Make a whole season of just villains. Oh, I guess this is 2, but
Facts.
yeah, more.
Get double season is like double villain release. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because weren't they gonna? I feel like, oh yeah, in the trailer, didn't they show like the Doomsday guy or whatever? No, I don't know what his name is. You
Apocalypse.
remember the Apocalypse? They showed Apocalypse. I was like, oh shit, we got a villain, and then he died. From
He
Red
got
Dead.
killed.
Oh.
There's so many like
And
every
Kingsman,
Spider-Man
or,
villain.
yeah.
It could be like
Yeah,
Mysterio, King's. Yeah, well, I was about to say
Kingpin,
Kingpin's in the game.
Yeah, you can actually play as him, and he's not in the game. So
Yeah,
I'm saying.
But anyways, wrapping things up, I want to go first to you, Donatello. Where can people find you? Where can people support you if they like you? They wanna see what you're all about. What's all your socials?
It's just a lol Donatello everywhere, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Twitch mainly, YouTube, then TikTok, Instagram for the clips and the short form content.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Potato, where can people come support you, hang out with you?
Yeah, Potato TV on all platforms. I try to stream every day. It's a little bit later for NA people because I'm from Australia. Yeah, twitch.tv/Potato TV. And then, I don't know, my link tree is there. So that's all you got. That's all you need.
Nope. And Mikey, where can people find you? Where can people support you? Get you that bread?
Mikesaboveu on every single platform, live every single day. You know, YouTube video every day, locked in. So yeah, if you want to see some cool stuff, I'm live.
Let's go. Death, where can people come if they want to support you?
I'm Death and Gaming on YouTube, and on Twitch it's Death_and_gaming. I stream whenever I find time, but otherwise, for the most part, I focus on making guides to help people rank up. So, if people are interested in trying to, easily, improve your game, figure out what you're missing. A lot of times, all you're missing is just information. It's not even your mechanics. So, if you're interested in that stuff, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out all these guys' links. It'll be in the description down below. Smash the like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.